shall deceive. We have come into the night, thunder and rage in war at night. We have come into the night, thunder and rage in war at night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. The sounds of arms, fierce morality. Nightfall, the rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, thunder raging war at night. We have come into the night, thunder raging war at night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Shield wall. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Valhalla Esports. We're streaming the semifinals game live tonight. We've got Goat Kings versus Titan's Wrath, joined tonight by Mont Blanc. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm excited to see these games.
For sure, for sure. Tossing the bracket up real quick, we're showing Goat Kings versus Titan's Wrath, and the other game going on will be Rolling Stoners versus Titan Gaming Bucks. Winner of both of these games will be facing head-to-head next week in the finals. But for this matchup, for the Goat Kings, we'll have HYG Smoothie in the top lane, D-Day jungling, Goat King Reaper in the mid, Malco and Goat King Beardicles holding down the bot lane. For Titan's Wrath, we've got the Golden Pharaoh in the top lane, Boomstick in the jungle, Cryptlord mid, Challenge Cat, and KB holding down their bot lane. How we feeling about this matchup?
I think a lot of the matchups are like pretty close. Seems that Titan's Wrath definitely going to be playing more toward the bottom lane in this matchup. And Goat Kings kind of wants to play more toward their top side. And we'll see how it plays out, I suppose.
Oh, that's not your lineup, Critter. Did you guys move around to get on me?
Oh,
You love to
no.
do that. Let me go look what your actual lineup
Pharaoh-
is.
It's in the chat. Sparrow Jungle Boomstick.
Pharaoh jungle. Really? Okay, interesting. That's not the change I saw happening, but I like it. Get that updated right quick. Yeah.
I guess that being what it is, definitely going to be watching this jungle matchup. Pharaoh definitely looking to punch up quite a bit here in the jungle role. We'll see if he's able to get his team in a good position.
Right. Ooh. Trying to copy and paste this all while holding my child is fun. I guess just the change they wanted to go for, putting Boomstick top. Maybe they think he can do better against Smoothie, or they just want the HYG head-to-head. But looking like they're actually starting up the draft. So we'll jump into that real quick.
Oh, I'd love to see it. The Goated Bros. Oh no, it's Titty Wrath versus Goated
Goated
Bros.
Bros.
Oh no.
And the Titty Ref, my goodness. Got that
No.
Vlad, Van, and Caitlyn from the Goat Kings, taking away MF and Anivia so far for Titan's Wrath. Ending it out with the Poppy ban. No, you gotta ban that away when you're against KB. And the final ban for Titan's Wrath is
How do
Kane.
how do you feel about the Wrath of Titties? Like,
I've been liking them. They've been looking good. I'll be interested to see how the lane swap works out for them.
yeah, they've been moving roles a lot. So
Yeah, as KB said, the goal is to change roles every week. So
yeah, I
sometimes
mean,
it can help, sometimes it might cause an issue. We'll
this
see how
work.
it goes.
Go with early Maokai pick, good flex pick.
Yep.
Not really revealing much, just a nice, reliable pick.
DD liked it game 3 last week when they picked up the win, so I think I'd expect it in the jungle, but I know it can be piloted multiple places. Got Kaisa for Titan's Wrath, a nice solid ADC, good scaling, has some safety for themselves, and Nautilus, been a pretty popular support lately.
Yeah, old reliable in the bottom lane. The old Kaisa Nautilus.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah, I think the tank supports are kind of on the up and up. I think the change that they made to Night's Vow was actually like really, really impactful. Um, Made the tank supports have a really good like second item to go for. So
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. Ash picked up for the Goat King, so losing his main in the MF, going for that Ash, another straightforward ADC. Instead of having the ult to shred people, you have the ult to try to catch people out. And we'll see what.
unfortunately, Lord Melkor, I don't think Sigma Finals is the time for spicy picks, but maybe, dude.
You never know when people will pull out some spice. But the
That's true.
Lux, I'd expect that to be in the mid lane, though it could be another flex.
Yeah,
Saw Goat King Reaper play it last week and did pretty well in their second game in the quarterfinals.
I think this is like 90% Lux mid or whatever.
Yeah, like currently I'm expecting Mayo jungle, Lux mid, but definitely can move around as they need. And the Jarvan, still a solid pickup in that jungle, got nice engage and pretty good beefiness. So got some nice dive buddies right now on the Nautilus and the J4. Got that Ari band coming out from the Goat Burrows. Crip Lord played well in the Ari last week, so good band to see. Olaf taken away. Smoothie played well in game 2 and 3 on that one. And the Cassid man away. Don't want the hyperscaling mid laner. And the final ban for Goat Kings.
What we got? What are we cooking?
Ezreal, just taking away a little bit of safety from that bot lane. Already took out the Caitlyn,
I think
so.
that's a ban against Crippler actually. They didn't want to play against Ezreal mid.
Oh, yes, true, because I already have the Kaisa. So, good call out. I like J4 against two people with no wall mobility.
Yeah,
Yeah, if people can't get out of the ult, it's pretty good.
it is kind of weird to have Jarvan and ban Olaf, but it is not the easiest
And
counter to execute.
Titan's Wrath grabbing that Ornn, going for the solid tank along with pretty good scaling. We'll see if Smoothie tries to counterpick it. Could go for something like a Fiora if you wanted to.
I think this is like a really good kind of angle for him actually.
Yeah, could be
He
pretty
just
good.
he just gets to scale for free and
Goes for the
uh
Mordekaiser, also not a bad pick. Just have to make sure you don't ult into the W when he's unstoppable.
yeah, it's also very good to remove the Jarvan engage from the equation because
Yes.
Jarvan's going to be leading most of the time, so you can just kind of ult the engager and remove part of their front line.
And Kindred, so they're flexing the Maokai to support and grabbing that carry jungler for deity. Definitely have seen him do well in that Kindred. So Titan's Wrath are going to want to track him, try and keep him from getting marks early, and try to punish any invades he looks for.
Yeah, I really like the Maokai and Nautilus is not bad at all, actually. Arcane Smash does a lot after you get hooked, or you can buffer cast it to keep him off you.
And the Yone coming out for the mid lane, so gonna need a little bit of heavy AP damage coming out of that Kaisa to help even out their damage as a team. But got a lot of engaged champs here for the side of Titan's Wrath, just looking to start a fight and try to CC the enemy to death with the 2 carries.
And I do not love this Yone pick as a bit of a Yone enjoyer myself. I think this matchup is pretty bad for Yone. If the Lux just doesn't throw Q, and you just can never approach, essentially.
Yeah, I just have to be
You-
patient. But yeah, I agree. Yone's gonna want to get a lead, or potentially just be able to push and look for roams to look for kills. But we'll have to see how they're able to play it out.
I think Lux always has the push on you because you kind of have to take an E to the face if you ever want to hit the wave.
And now we'll get into the actual draft and then have our quick little break while we wait to get into the game.
What do we have for dinner tonight, Hailstorm? Did we hook up anything nice?
I didn't cook anything today. Yesterday I made a lemon spaghetti with chicken. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Tonight I just had leftover pizza.
Seems you
What
left your
about you?
brave pants at home.
Oh, I
Want
had
me to wait while
a
you go get them?
salami sandwich.
Oh,
Nice
salami
salami.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Controls them.
There's the Mordekaiser.
Let's do it.
Should be able to get some early pressure into the Ornn. Ornn can mitigate it fairly well, so kind of Mordekaiser hoping to get some kills and be scary. Ornn just trying to stay even in the lane and upgrade the team later.
Yeah. I imagine Mordekaiser kind of wants a lead in that matchup. I would
Yeah.
assume, yeah.
If it stays even, it's Ornn favored. If Mord can get
Yeah.
ahead, then he can kind of snowball.
Yeah.
But it's more of a skill matchup.
Gotta dodge those isolated Qs. The isolated Qs are what I think really hurt Ornn in the matchup.
Yeah, for sure. But Ornn, you want to stay out of his passive as much as possible and deny him actually activating it. For Ornn, then when you're doing the damage, you want to basically do your pillar W knockup combo where you can get your damage in and walk away before he can do anything.
And
Don't be afraid of me.
Titty Wrath a little AD heavy here. Ice obviously does some magic damage, and they have some magic damage coming in from like Nautilus and Ornn, but itemization pretty simple here for the goated bros.
Right.
Really good ninja tab game specifically. It's gonna be or not ninja tab, play the skill caps.
It kind of works out for Titan's Wrath since they are fairly AD heavy, that there's no real super tank for the Goat Kings. The biggest one will be the Maokai, but he won't be as tanky since it's in the support.
Yeah.
So it should negate any of the issues they might have had with a heavy AD team, but we'll see how it goes into the game.
I'm just concerned about like the early boot buys on the other side, and it's gonna make it really hard. I think like I guess Kindred probably doesn't want to go steel caps or whatever. Probably could this game honestly. They're just so good.
Yeah, and this one it might just be good to go unless you really want a different pair of boots, but we'll see what they go for. It'll be a great game whenever King Beard gets to late game and has like 3 armor items and it's just ridiculous in team fights.
Yep. If Maokai's able to get ahead too, that could be pretty problematic just because of damage profile reasons.
Sounds good. Well, since we're gonna have to wait 3 minutes to get into the game, I'm gonna throw it to a quick pause and listen to a song, and we'll get back to you as we get into the game.
Okay, bye.
We are back as we're starting up game number 1 for the semifinals. Predictions are up, so get your bets in for either Goat Kings or Titan's Wrath, depending on who you think will take game number 1. And we'll see if we get any invade shenanigans. Looking like everybody's spreading out so far.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
If you're looking for the budget bet right now, you can make about 4K just by betting for Titan's Wrath and having the biggest bet. So if you want to budget those points, bet accordingly.
The big odds bet on Titan's Wrath right now.
Go for those odds. I just like the fact that Deity has Kindred. He's done really well on that champ, so I did my bet based on that, but definitely nothing set in stone and plenty of opportunity for Titan's Wrath to take away this victory. Got a nice little dance party going on here with Smoothie and Boomstick. Lord Melicor says, "Let's go KB." There we go. We love the support.
That's KB Nautilus got the team signature champion.
I'm gonna see if KB can maintain the thread of Nautilus's just getting kills no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Looks
I
like
think KB's
both
skin
junglers
game
are
is kind of
top
weak. So.
a little bit of a weak skin game, but we'll see how it affects them as they try to play out this game.
Mhm.
Watch out, there's an ad break coming up, so if you have the funds or a Twitch Prime available to subscribe, go ahead and get those subs in so you can avoid any interruptions in the action. We will love you for at least 30 days with a nice hook in there from KB, starting off this bot lane with some poke on the Malco.
Yeah, Maokai's still pretty weak level 1, so Titans are actually gonna have the advantage for sure in the first few levels.
Yeah, Mo at least needs to. Really likes having all three, because then you can have the saplings along with the root and knocking them into him. And kind of some even trading, actually going the way of Ornn currently with that refillable pot. So getting a little bit of an early lead in this top lane, but we'll see what happens as they get all their levels coming through.
Yeah, I think that trade was definitely way better for the Ornn.
Yep, he had the pot ticking, so he got the extra damage. And the biggest thing for Ornn is just getting that passive proc on your W. If you can get that off, you can trade pretty well with the proc on your grasp.
Good during all three pots though, which is kind of interesting.
Yep, did check through him. He was looking to trade pretty aggressively. He does have him pretty low, but we'll have to be careful now as the shield comes through.
I know Mordekai's W is going to be tough. So yeah, that's first blood.
As soon as that shield came up, made that trade very scary for Ornn. Burned both flashes, but first blood over the Smoothie with the solo dolo.
And that's trading I was looking for. Reaper definitely needs to create a little space so he doesn't take any damage there, but still a really good trade for him.
Yep, definitely feeling comfortable on this Lux. Already has Crypt down to about a quarter health. And just pushing him in. Our Boomstick TP'd back the lane to not miss too much in the farm category, but Mord also having TP, all summoners burned in the top lane, and a slight lead over to the Mordekaiser.
I mean, he got blasted on first back. I think that's a lot larger than a small lead.
It will be scary. Ornn should be okay to just say, okay, I won't fight. I see you're stronger than me early, but we'll see how Boomstick's feeling.
Maybe making an early rotation here.
Got a nice little combo off there, trying to walk him back into the Nautilus. Gotta make sure you don't take too much damage before the fight happens, though. No, yeah. KB should not go in, but he does. And the Kindred shows up to help keep the Mord alive as the Ignite actually goes down. So burning another summoner spell up here in the top lane. Actually, J4 is around looking for this fight. A flash in from Deity gets the kill, and the Lux is here. It was a 3v3 picking up the Lux kill, but now Mordekaiser gets the shield off. Crib Lord trying to get the damage down before he tethers back. Can't quite get it, and KB still fighting the sheep. Gets the hook as he tries to jump. Nice knockup from Golden Pharaoh and gets the kill on the Crib Lord. a nice extended play there, but they pick up the kill to actually make it 2 for 1 in that fight. And meanwhile, Challenge Cat doing a pretty good job farming under tower in the 2v1.
Titans were sending the whole family top lane there, actually.
A nice cancel on the back for KB.
Oh no, KB is still topping.
Man's getting bullied because he's on Percocets.
Is he actually?
I think he still is. I know he had surgery like a couple weeks ago, so I think he's still on his painkillers.
Oh, KB is keeping the theme alive. He did get his there, so.
Oh yes, keeping the theme alive. Well done, KB, picking up that kill. It's what I like to see on a Nautilus. But overall, that play, I'd say very positive for Titan's Wrath. It did not really lose anything in that bot lane while roaming the Nautilus up, so good rotations from them.
Yeah, credit or Challenge Cat did a great
Why
job.
you gotta call him out?
Farming there.
I just want to let people know why he didn't notice his back had been stopped for a couple seconds, you know?
Can't believe KB is that much of a drug addict. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. It's about as big a secret as Boo's secret was. And
Triple level 6 here, so pretty safe.
Yeah, looking for that gank mid, but the 2 minions are blocking the binding and nothing doing. KB looking for the Maokai in the river. Doesn't really have a backup right now though, so should be a little careful. As he gets knocked back and walks into the sapling, but not too much damage right now. Pharaoh actually coming through, but does not want to walk into the rest of Goat King's lair.
Yeah, one of the things about Titan's Wrath game, or Titan's Wrath draft, is they really need to get ahead.
The world decided KB needed to be nerfed.
As much as like this Ornn and Kaiser and it's got a little trade coming in, but yeah. Ornn and Kaiser are gonna scale, but they're gonna have like a Jarvan in like the mid to late game, and
yeah, Jarvan's damage will fall off some, but as long as he goes the more bruiser build, I think his engage will still be nice for the team.
yeah. The Sione just needs to get an advantage to be able to scale.
Yeah. But well, more just pushing. Now that's back to a 1v1 in the top lane. Has currently a slight CS lead, but should even up as the minions die under tower.
It is worth being said that
actually,
he did use all of his summons top, so not a whole lot of pressure coming out from him bottom. Not the most scary Nautilus you've ever seen.
Not the scariest, but still a hook is a hook. And he has Ignite back up. Oh, denying that item build real quick. Built it a little too close. Thank you, Hardway, for the Prime subscription. We will love you for 30 days.
I'll love Hardway for longer than 30 days. But...
At least 30 days. My mistake. Yeah, I think actually Yon building a little bit of a CS lead here in this mid lane despite getting poked out, farming very well, so well played there to Crypt.
I'm surprised to see Reaper kind of lagging behind in that matchup.
Yeah,
maybe
might be
a little too
focusing on
focused on that trading.
Yeah, exactly. Surprised Mev didn't build armor boots. Yeah, that is a little odd considering they're so AD heavy. Just looking for that guaranteed engage, I guess. So, as long as he builds a lot of tankiness afterwards, I think it's fine. But he's trying to make it so he can walk into Twisted Advance range. A nice cleanse immediately as the Ashe came in with the ultimate. DD is there, but gets stunned up from the Nautilus, and then Jarvan comes in, takes out DD before the ultimate can come down, and now Malco is burning down. 2 for 1. Good counter gank there by Pharaoh. As Crippler was also in the area, but the play is over.
Yeah, Titan's Wrath doing a great job just rotating to these fights and making sure they always have that +1 in the skirmish.
Beard stealing kills. Listen, all the supports in this game need to steal kills. You know Beard likes to kill people every now and again. And starting up this Mountain Dragon. Letting it reset, unfortunate, but they should still be able to pick it up. Getting a little poke over the wall from Lux. But... oh, the Twisted Advance actually picking up the kill. Now, who is going to pick up this dragon? The Yone does pick it up, so it's not a total loss, but they force a flash and ultimate out of Yone. Looking like they'll get out, but A little scarier than it should have been once that dragon reset when they didn't want it to.
Beard gets his once again, also.
Maokai gets his this game. You mean always? Listen, I'm just trying not to flame Beard too hard. No matter what role he's in, he thinks he needs to kill, okay? We all know what hard
Yeah. Realistically, I don't think anybody else could have gotten that killed. So.
Yeah. Just went down to the ultimate damage anyways. And now fighting over the birds, I believe DD smited it away, but now it's trying to get collapsed on by Criplord.
Ripper doesn't have ultimate here though, so can't really do too much.
Yep, gets a little bit of trade back in, but does walk away after having picked up that mark. And now it looks like he's walking towards his top lane where Smoothie is pretty low.
Still has a W shield though.
Yeah. That was really well played by Smoothie. Had the shield up and also ulted right after Ornn ulted, so there was no activation of the ram. A really good way to play the Mord into the Ornn.
Yeah, this Mordekai's looking like a bit of a problem. But on top lane. Gonna be a problem for the side of Titan's Wrath.
Yep, doing a good job, even though he got low. Knew he could have won a fight since you steal a lot of stats in your ultimate. And actually ended up baiting a Boomstick into his own death. Now it looks like Beard and Deity starting up this Rift Herald. And looking like they should be able to pick it up for free. Oh. A little bit of chunk down onto Criplord as he tried to EQ forward, but the knock-up wore off right before he went for it.
Yeah, and it's showing why this matchup is just not great for you. They're doing a lot of pressure mid. They're
Even
gonna
more
cover-
plates down as they drop the Rift will take down at least 3, if not more.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get 4 and probably back it off as well. I guess it's gonna happen.
Boomstick's trying to
really
crash
cool.
this top wave, getting poked out for it. Mord already has that Rylai's, so this is a very scary lane for Ornn right now.
Good job by Malco just backing off there, knowing that he's the weak side right now. He needs to just hide.
Yep. And with all the plays across the map, actually taking back over the lead for Goat Kings, now with about a 500 gold lead. Tactic vaping too hard and lagging his own brain.
Oh no.
Here we're getting a lot of plates onto the Immort as well as the Kindred's helping push and zone the Ornn off of this wave. Gets back to the tower now, but lost about 7 minions. Now we're having another party up in this top lane as Nautilus is showing up and Jarvan's in the area.
If I'm still going for that early static shift, so it's probably going to be the AP build this game.
Yep. Should be a good one for them.
Do you think can be pretty powerful? Just as the team really needs to play around it for it to be effective.
Will soon
For
fall.
sure.
That W spam.
Boomstick enjoying the damage from Smoothie right now as he's just trying to survive in the farm under tower. Now we got Jarvan and Nautilus in the area, but looking like they will not go for the fight. The ultimate is up for Mord, so he can turn that 3v1 into a 1v1.
Yeah, and Jarvan is still only level 7. A little bit of a gap being created. But
Malco
Malco
getting
kinda
jumped on
stuck
by
there.
Challenge Cat and will get taken down despite King Beard being there. Can he now win the 1v1 against the support? He is getting the Q onto him, trying to burn him down, but Kindred shows up as the zone just comes through, and the ultimate comes down before either player dies. Beard running away. Actually, Deity getting taken down, and the sapling not quite getting the kill. Now Nautilus and Yoni trying to show up to be the savior for their ADC.
That is unfortunate.
Really well played there by Challenge Cat. Up here comes the ult, but Orange should be able to hide under tower, although might have enough damage with the... Yeah, the Q comes through, still has a shield. So gets the solo bolo kill from Smoothie and has set himself to 3-0-1 and is now going to be looking to knock down that top tower.
Yeah, smart play by Smoothie, knowing that the entire enemy team is bot side. Just knowing he can dive that tower and get that kill.
Barely missing the Q, but Nada's flashing over the wall, ulting, and burning down the Lux with Crypt Lord. Says, you might have missed the knockup, but I got your back, bro.
I do think that is a costly flash from KB Jello, but it may be worth it. Just trying to get the Yon more ahead. Just not having the flash, I think, is going to be a big deal for the second Rift Herald and stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree if either Kindred or Ashe were really big right now, you'd want to have that flash to get on them. But really the only issue right now, as far as team fights, I think will be the Mordekaiser. And he has to walk into you. But nice sidestep there from KB to dodging the Ashe ult. It actually hooks back in onto Beard as the TP is coming behind them. DD goes under tower, picks up the kill onto KB Jelly, but will fall to Challenge Cat. Now Yone picking up the kill onto the Maokai as again the fights are happening top lane. Boomstick dodges the E and is able to walk away this time. Now they're pushing hard, looking to get this first tower for Challenge Cat. Lux in the area with Malco, but there's no ultimate to lock them down. And the tower will fall as the flash comes out from Lux, but the ult and E come through to take down. Really well played there from Goat King Reaper.
It's really hard for Yone to play when Lux's spells.
Right. Yon just needs to have a little bit of patience, let KB do the setup for him, and then go in. He can't really just go in solo this game.
Or at least we need to know that the Lux is cast, like, two at least.
Yeah. Yeah, the big oof from Lord Melkor.
Large size.
Now, Deity picking up another mark for himself on these birds.
This is interesting. Looks like Smoothie is going for Jack's show.
Does it not tell me? Where are the marks? Oh. Smoothie using the shield to take down the tower, but gets knocked out before he can take it fully down, and does die to the Ornn. 500 gold to the Ornn. That's big for getting Boomstick back into this game. 500
gold coins in Ornn's pocket. That is very, very big.
It just finishes that Sunfire cape for him, so...
Yeah, a little weird going Sunfire here, I think. But...
Yeah, it's like the standard start, but gonna want to get some more MR after that. Looks like he is going for it. Got the MR boots down. Sunfire is just so solid for tanks as far as like actually doing damage, where even when it feels bad, you kind of need to get it early.
Okay, fair enough. I just thought people usually like sat on bombies for a little bit and got their...
You can, but yeah, he just wanted to finish it, I guess. There's options. He also could have just said, I'm losing currently in the lane, and he could have gone straight MR and said, I don't want to fight anyways. But got the item done, and we'll see how it goes as far as the build from here on out. Got a miss on the ultimate, but the Twisted Advance does follow Crypt Lord over the wall. Does get the escape, however.
I'm surprised how far behind Reapers in CS. Just, I think definitely focusing way too much on trading and...
There's also been a lot of rotations out in this game, so it might have just been trying to rotate to help the team while the wave was in a bad spot. But Crypt Lord now trying to split push on the side lane, kind of the place you want to be as the Yone has the first item done for himself. We'll see what kind of mythic he wants to go this game. And we have, this will be an Infernal Soul with 2 dragons already stacked on the side of Titan's Wrath. We'll see if they can pick up this third one, put themselves on soul point as they're pushing down this mid lane. And the Nashor's finished for Kaisa, so definitely looking for that heavy AP build.
The gnashing of teeth.
Gnashing. Now, both teams looking to fight over some vision around this dragon. We've got 5 members from each side, so probably going to see a big team fight here.
Everybody just a little ARAM waiting for the dragon. Let's see it.
See if
Do
anybody
you think
gets picked off.
Maokai is going to be really problematic the way the setup is working, because he's going to be able to set up a bunch of saplings and bushes and have really good vision control on this
Yeah, that
dragon.
sapling's actually forcing out the Ornhorn as the Nautilus was getting caught out. And now fighting the back, Golden Pharaoh jumping in but getting it burnt down as now Yone running through trying to take out Malco. Maokai is not dying as he's in the Kindred ult, and now smoothly taking down Jarvan and Nautilus as Maokai and Ashe fell. Crypt Lord dying also to Smoothie, as I feel like Titan's Wrath could have won this fight, but Kai'Sa opting to just push the mid lane and should get 2 towers out of it, so not terrible.
Yeah, Kai'Sa dove Reaper on the side there, I think, and kind of got lost in the sauce.
Yeah, got the
make it
kill
feel like
down
a
there,
Reaper.
but wasn't there to help back up the front line. But got 2 towers, gets the charge on the inhib, lose a still pretty close fight, and 1 dragon for it, so not terrible overall.
Does mean if in about like 5 to 10 minutes, if Go Kings lose a fight, they lose the game. So
Right.
that is the consequence of that play, but they do get a much needed leapfrog of gold back into the game, I think.
We will have to see how it plays out, if the push ended up being the right play or not.
Little food there. So, whatever.
But still sitting on like a 2.5 gold lead for Titan's Wrath. Still not feeling bad. Getting their items, scaling up well. And soon enough, Ornn will hit that level 14 where he can start upgrading the mythics of his team.
And this Mordecai is looking girthy.
Yeah, he is a big one. We're gonna
Has
need
the
to see
few
some
items?
armor shred out from that Kai'Sa with that Jaxos now down. Although the
Yeah,
Q
looking-
does do a lot with her passive, so she might be okay.
Yeah, she's gonna go Rage Blade, so that is gonna like stack her plasma a lot faster, so it will help. For sure.
Now, Baron could be the next play. We've got Boomstick bottom, but has TP up, along with Reaper also having TP, so we'll see division fights and potential team fight over this next objective. Looking like Deity trying to catch out the bot lane of Titan's Wrath as they push in this top tower.
He actually did go play skill caps.
Good.
He's looking
And
to
here
look
the
in-
Maokai
yeah,
comes
big
through,
Maokai
catches the
engage.
Nautilus, along with the Ashe ultimate, hooks in Maokai to try to save Rip, or Challenge Cat, but will not be able to pick up the kill, as it's a 3v1 at that point.
But that is a much needed kill on Deity. That is 950 in the Kindred's pocket.
Yep, very big, and now they can pressure the Baron, try to force Titan's Wrath into them, look for more kills.
I think if Go Kings are able to secure this Baron, this is their game to lose.
Yeah, sure, and they are doing the damage now, pulling Smoothie over, so they really want to get this one. Gonna be a hard 3v5 currently.
Smoothie looking to ult the Jarvan to keep him out of smite.
Yep. Does get the burst combo down, trying to take out Deity, but is ulted out of the combo, and actually flashes away, so now the Baron is up and slowly burning down if the smite can come through. And
Oh, the smite goes
the
on the
Jarvan is
Mordecai.
taken down, but Kindred is also taken out, and the Baron is killed by
Cool.
Ashe, so it goes over to the Go Kings.
Yeah. That was unfortunate from Pharah. The smite went down on the Mordekaiser instead of the Baron. I think that was a little bit of a misclicky.
Yeah, I'd agree. Very close one when Deity had to run away from the pit, but they end up getting the Baron only onto 2 members, but far better than having it stolen away. And still a very close game as now the gold is tied up. Look like Challenge Cat's gonna look for this top tower once again.
But yeah, almost all the suns used in that fight, but Pharaoh has his flash coming up, so and this dragon should be spawning pretty soon, so Pharaoh might have a window to have a really, really good engage with his flash. in the
Yeah,
next
for
fight.
sure. Titan's Wrath is just gonna need to be able to lock down a deity. Now he's gotten a couple of those shutdowns. Is gonna be that big kindred in these team fights, as well as just dealing with Smoothie's Mordekaiser 8, 1, and 2.
And Smoothie did go back for that demonic embrace, so he's gonna be doing some damage.
Yeah, got the items you need to be the boss raid.
The boss raid?
Raid
I
boss.
like this. I like this. I like boss raid better.
Boss raid.
Crippler going for a really, really squishy Yone build, though, so obviously really good at killing squishies, but also really good at getting killed, so.
Right.
He's definitely gonna have to find that angle, that flank angle in the back line. We'll see if he's able to find it, like a big play for his team.
Yep, looking like we're gonna set up for another 5v5 around this dragon pit. And a little bit of poke down from Reaper onto
big
KB.
chunk before Drake.
Got him down to about half health. Boss raid. When you're playing League and your boss walks in. True.
KB gonna have to take a recall, and Dragon is probably gonna be given over here.
Yep, Dragon spawning in about 10 seconds. Not one you really want to give, but you can on the side of Titan's Wrath.
Yeah, and it's an Infernal, which I think is very scary.
Looking like it will be the give, as Cryptlord is now in that top lane looking for the push. And it will just be burned down. The poke out giving over a free dragon to the Goat Kings, tying it up 2-2 dragons.
Yeah, Lift's going for an hourglass second, so definitely gonna be. I don't know. He probably still have enough damage to burst this pushy, but big trade here coming down on the Ornn, but not gonna amount to much.
Yep. And Ornn items finally starting to come out. Has his own mythic upgraded, so we'll be able to help out the team as he levels up here on out.
Went for the Radiant Virtue, which is kind of interesting. Not the most magic resist in the world, but definitely fearing the AD threats on the side of the Kings.
Yeah, for sure. And also just trying to be the more supportive top since you are in a deficit against this Mordekaiser. And it looks like this bot tower will now be taken down as Boomstick had to back.
Something you can do when you're the Ornn in this situation is you can go, if you have the perma hold against a fed Mordekaiser or a fed somebody, you can just build Warmogs and walk up, clear the wave, and take the trade. Obviously it's going to be unfavorable, but you can just like hide and build the Warmogs and repeat.
True. Athamo is also not the worst if you're always up against one person. You can just toss it on them and take way less damage. Still farming up as the Baron will be coming up in the mid of 45. We'll see if we get another fight around that when it spawns. Challenge Cat getting upgraded by Ornn.
Looks like everybody's going back for their wits end. It's just Kindred and guys though.
Right. Yeah, any kind of armor shred from both sides would be pretty big at this point. Being able to burn through the jack shows of Mord and take out the male guy, not bad. Then taking down that Ornn and Nautilus on the other side.
For sure. It's interesting to see Pharaoh go for Shojin.
Challenge
Definitely
flirting with the Flame Horizon. You're correct, he is up 90 CS right now, farming exceedingly well on this Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I just would like to see Challenge Cat get a little more involved in these fights, because I feel like he's just kind of been...
Oh, here they're catching out Deity, jump in, force out the Kindred ultimate as both the tanks jump on. Flashes out and jumps away to survive, but did get chunked out very low and used up both summers. Now, Lux getting cut out and ulted by Nautilus, goes into the Zonias as Challenge Cat's fighting with Pharaoh in the mid lane. A nice flash away from Malco to survive, and a big fight with no deaths actually coming. Flash in for the ultimate and does not land, and Cryptlord will fall. Following up a little bit late on that fight.
Big scary Smoothie
now,
here.
Smoothie's here, catches KB. as he's trying to hook and run away, but will get taken down by the Lux ultimate.
That ultimate was a little BM.
And now the Go Kings will start up as a Baron number 2 for themselves as Ornn is pushing the bot lane, and most of the ultimates have been used on the side of Titan's Wrath. Golden Pharaoh trying to stick around looking for the steal, but cannot make it into the pit. And Kindred actually hopping over, doesn't have ult, so could be a time where maybe Pharaoh could look for the fight. Looking like he's trying to run away, get back to Challenge Cat. Boomstick able to pick up a tower in the bot lane in the mid time, but is going to need to back off with the resets coming through.
Just after the good laning phase Challenge Cat has, he just hasn't interacted with the game very much. That's not to say that he couldn't, whatever. I don't know, he probably had opportunities, but just chose not to, I suppose.
Yeah, the big one was just that dragon fight where he pushed mid and got towers. But now Dragon 3 for both teams coming up right now. Challenge Cat has reached that flame horizon in the farm, but needs to convert it into team fight damage if they want to pick up this win. As Deity's actually trying to jump forward and chase down the Kai'Sa. Now this time we have Yone just pushing in the top lane, so it might be another give as KB gets caught by King Beard. Ultimate comes through, but they're kind of trickling him 1v1. Take down Malco from Golden Pharaoh, but they need the other two to survive. The knockup onto King Beard as another kill comes in. The TP from Crypt gets him into it, and it's still 3v3, but now Boomstick is a little bit on his own. Has to flash over the wall to get away. They needed to decide whether they actually wanted to fight or they wanted to just have the split push there. It was a little half and half.
It seems like they just go to objective and kind of wait to get engaged on, and that is not the kind of team that wants to do that. They definitely have the buttons that want to go first, for sure.
Yeah, and if they were all there, they could just go in with a KB hook and an Ornhorn and probably have a good team fight. They need to have the decision either way what they want to do.
Yeah.
I wanted more AP on the Kai'Sa build, TBH. Yeah, kind of a standard mixed Kai'Sa build, but again, as long as she's burning through the tanks, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind the Rage Blade as much. I think you can kind of go any of the choices, I suppose, but this PD is kind of... I don't know what purpose it's serving, but we attack fast, I guess.
Gotta shoot fast. And now 3 Infernal Dragons on the side of Goat Kings, just having a ton of free damage on their abilities. It looks like they're trying to pinch a deity with the Ornhorn coming through as he is burning down. Crypt Lord takes him down before the ultimate can go off. And they're taking down Maokai in the meantime as the deity will jump the wall to get away. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser now is pushing the bot lane on his own.
And the V-Ball's kind of rumbling forward here, but I'm not going to be able to really catch anything.
Yep. They got the pick off after Crypt died, but there was no objective to follow up on. And now they're backing. KB might get himself caught because he's backed a little late. Now he's trying to run off, but we'll make it out.
Good guy Beard trades his life for enemy team.
Right. Feels like it's just there. It is just kind of there, but you know, sometimes people just like to build things, you know. As Smoothie actually ulting Challenge Cat, dodging the Q with the ultimate and actually burning down Smoothie as one more Q should take him down. Gets the 800 gold shutdown, but falls to the Lux E. But a good trade, 1 for 1 there, showing the Kai'Sa can fight this very fed Mordekaiser.
I think Smoothie actually kind of goofed that, because I think he activated his W the second time. I think he needed the full girth of that shield, not the heal.
Yeah, I don't know that it would have saved him, but
yeah, it would have been close.
If you're still fighting, you want to keep it up, I agree. But now, kind of having to wait for the carry to be back on the field, just trying to clear waves on the side of Titan's Wrath.
And I would feel a lot happier with this Jarvan if we had Asterix instead of this Shojin as well, because he also just can't like really go in either. He doesn't have the tankiness to like jump into like 2 or 3 people. He just kind of explodes as well.
Right. Like the spear you're going for if you want to do more damage, but I agree, just being tankier in this circumstance would be better. You could CC people longer for the Kaisa to actually burn them down.
I'm going triple crit here too.
Oh,
Goes
the
through a
crit.
bloodthirster.
Got Baron coming up in 45 seconds, dragging in about 30 seconds after that. So we'll see if there's a fight over either, or if there's a trade. As the ultimate tries to come down on the Kaisa, it does miss, and now the Ornhorn being called out misses the reactivation, unfortunately.
No.
Though I don't know how much of a follow-up they would have really had.
But I do like that they're looking for fights. They're not just sitting there passively. They're the ones trying to engage.
Yeah, for sure. I think they want to engage much more, so a better idea, as it looks like they're trying to set up for Dragon number 3 for themselves, but Baron spawns first. They might just be giving this and ending up fighting over the Dragon anyways. But now it looks like they're walking back to have a 5v5 at the Baron. As
Fighting
they gotta
Goat Kings
watch
while
out
they're
for some
taking Baron
death
is the way,
wishes.
but yeah.
KB caught out by the Lux Q and is getting burned down. Crip Lord ulting into the backline, flashes to catch the Ashe, gets ulted by Smoothie and is getting burned down. Malco does eventually fall,
Maokai.
but now Maokai and Mordekaiser taking down Yone. Meanwhile, DD and Reaper cleaning up the Ornn and J4. And now they will turn onto the Baron, and likely the Soul right afterwards, and Go Kings will be looking very pretty to look for a way to close out game number 1. Flashing to catch this Ornn.
Reaper wants to steal bad.
Picking him up with
wants
the
to
ultimate.
Bad.
Don't know if the flash was necessarily needed, but we got the kill.
It was needed. We needed it.
Especially once we saw the ult was up anyways. But got the Baron down for the Goat Kings, looking for this Dragon.
One dead or what? I think KB actually 1v3s that Dragon. I think he's gonna win it. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, if they gave him a chance, they burned it down too quick. Unfortunate for KB there.
Yeah.
They're spending a lot to try to dive Malco in these team fights, and I think they actually need to be diving Deity. He's the one doing a ton of the damage.
They need to force the Kindred ultimate early, specifically. Yeah. Hey, DD has a lot of defensive layers though. He has you have like a Maokai ultimate and like Lux to go through and stuff. Like diving is not super easy. I would have liked to see it a lot earlier when they didn't have the items. When they had that advantage, it would have been much better to take that like cohesive front to back. But it's definitely a lot harder now. They need to find like flank angles into the back line or whatever. They need to like catch Deity with a Nautilus look early to force the Kindred R and then like try to dive the back line if they're not on the Kindred R.
Right. But now, with the Soul and Baron buff pushing for Goat Kings, Titan Wrath trying to find a way to win a fight and try to snatch this game back for the victory.
Okay, I think this game is pretty hard.
Ornhorn actually getting called the wrong way, accidentally gets the knockup onto Deity, but we're not in range to follow up. The Ashe ult hits Pharaoh as he's trying to EQ forward. Gets out the Maokai ultimate, but now Boomsticks is getting jumped on. As the hook lands onto Deity, he gets knocked up on both of the carries. The Kindred ult is forced as long as they all walk into it. Looking like a fight they could win. Challenge Cat has not been hit yet. Takes out Deity. He can clean up this fight.
Okay.
They take down 2, gets ulted by Smoothie. Gets the ultimate down to try to survive, but does take him out. It is 2v2 now as the EQ comes down onto the Lux. The Zonius comes through as they're trying to walk away. Goes back into the E and actually gets burned down for Pharaoh. Ooh, we really need a QSS on this Kaisa.
You think?
If we have a QSS in that fight, you win that fight like 100% of the time.
Yeah, I think we're definitely cooking. But yeah, unfortunately, Smoothie just a little too girthy there. for them to overcome. Was looking really good at the beginning though.
Yeah,
For
like
Titans Wrath.
finally
And
dealing out that
definitely-
damage, took out all the carries, but then Smoothie just able to bring the fight back.
Yeah, and KB finding that excellent hook on the DD. That's exactly what they need.
Yep.
But the job's even more difficult now because the DD has a GA. So
You just gotta kill him one more time, you know?
yeah, just an extra death. It's not. It's hard. It's really really hard.
But they did get Baron off with a lot of members of Go Kings, so if they can find another fight like that, and if they can convince somebody to get a cleanse, then they could win a
Yeah.
fight.
I agree with the J4 comment, Malcor. It definitely is more utility, but you still have to build the AD items to be threatening. Because if you just aren't a threat, they will just ignore you.
Oh.
The-
Speaking of J4 getting caught in the jungle, has to flash away from the Lux ultimate.
it is really important.
And now Boomstick also getting engaged on, tries to go in, but is getting pulled
really
back.
deep.
Does get the second engagement off, but no one's here to help him as he gets burned down.
And I think that is going to be the green light to try and end here for Go Kings.
Yeah, I agree, Gragas could have been better. The Yone was underwhelming this game for sure.
Yeah. Definitely not the fifth pick I wanted to see.
But trying to get this super minion wave pushed in. Looking for the close on game number 1 for the Go Kings. Can Titan's Wrath hold them off as first Nexus Tower will fall. The ultimate comes down onto Smoothie. The ult comes down. Jarvan jumping into the backline, has no follow-up though. Yone and Jarvan are down. And now Flash in. Gets the flash away, but Smoothie will not pick up the kill, but also will not die, as then Kaisa does fall, and the game will end. GG, game number 1 to the Go Kings.
Yeah, it was actually a really good game. I think Titan's Wrath kind of got lost in the mid game, kind of overfought in some spots and gave up some crucial kills when they were ahead.
How come it doesn't show me the post game? Oh, that's weird. Well, we know how it went.
I think they just need to look to fight more cohesively in the second game. They basically outlaned Go Kings by a wide margin. So I think if they're able to translate that into some like team fight wins, it's going to be really scary for Go Kings in this game too.
Agreed. Yeah, I think they looked great until there was a little bit of just disjointedness for team fights.
Definitely need to be looking for these the fights together once we have a lead. Don't need to solo fight. There's no need to.
As finishing predictions for game number 1, Goat King and Believers picking up some points. RIP my points. Hey, that's what happens when you gamble, my friend. Sometimes you lose points.
Yeah, but you win the next bet for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how gambling always works.
It's like flipping a coin.
If you quit, you can't win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take gambling advice from me. It's really smart. Yeah, Go Kings also did a great job punishing the mistakes once they did get behind. Obviously, like some of the spots, they kind of lost some skirmishes where they probably shouldn't have been fighting, but I don't think they expected to see Titans Wrath sending the whole family top lane and stuff like that. So definitely understandable, but they did a great job picking up advantages where they could and were able to net themselves a win.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if they ran back a similar comp with a different mid laner and had a Mord ban, then that team fight could have been way easier for them.
I don't know how easy it is to ban Mord in first phase. I don't know, but it was Mordekaiser was second phase, yes?
Yeah, he was second phase. They could change up the Kassadin ban for a Mord if it went like the same, but obviously you don't know that till you went into the game, so it'll be interesting to see how they want to play it out. I'm waiting for teams to get back into the lobby, so let's toss it to a quick break while we get everything all set up for game number 2. Catch you all in a little bit. Alright, and we are back. Looking like the teams are all lined up for draft number 2. Should be getting underway shortly. Didn't get assassinated going to the gas station. Hey. As long as you don't die going to the gas station, you're having a good day, right?
Yeah, that's it. Though. That's a complete win.
What we call the win.
I definitely think
Alright, here we
upon
go. Getting into draft for game number 2.
definitely think I would like to see Maokai ban in phase 1 because it definitely gives Go Kings a little too much flexibility. I think because
Yeah,
I
they've
think a
been.
lot of the lanes got messed up because they were trying to pick around
I could agree
Maokai
with
being in
that.
the lane.
Definitely was a solid pick and one a lot of their members can play. Going with the Kane band number 1, once again Caitlyn, and this time taking away that Kindred. Don't want to see it for game number 2. Taking away that Vlad from Criplord. And we'll see what they feel for ban number 3. Excuse me. Thank you, Evbot, for the Prime sub. We will love you for 30 days at least. Thank
At
you for the
minimum.
support. Anyone else out there with their Prime subs available or $5 to spend, we would appreciate any kind of support as well. And they do take away that Maokai. Like that ban, will definitely make it ideally a little more clear as the draft comes through. And the
Yeah,
Poppy ban away from KB once again.
it'll
Forever.
definitely force Totes My Goats to reveal another card.
Yeah, I do like the names Totes My Goats and Trippin' Wrath. The immediate Anivia pickup did not want to give that over to Reaper, but giving Misfortune over to Malco and Rakan to support him. Once again, grabbing the Ash this time for the side of Titan's Wrath. Looking for more control in these team fights. And we'll see what pick number 3 will be. Will it be the support answer as well?
I
And
like
it's the
the rest.
Sona. KB has been liking that Sona, so we got that Ash Sona
Okay.
for the bot lane.
I think it's going to be a Graves here for Deity. I think that's the next tier champion for him, but we'll see what he decides to lock in.
Yeah, it could be. I know he played Zac last week as well, so it could be a Zac game.
Okay.
Go with the green junglers and the Syndra pickup for Reaper in the mid lane, going with that new scaling AP burst mage.
Yeah, I like the Rakan pick early for you're here, nice and flexible engaged champion.
For sure. Got that J4 ban, so we don't want to see that in the jungle game too. See what we're feeling like taking away from the goats. Say no to the Olaf once again. We'll see if it'll be the Olaf and then the Mord ban, or if they think they have an answer for it this time.
Yeah, they're going to be forced to blind pick their top once again. So
Yep, and if they do want to go with the Ornn, the Mord's not a bad ban. Mord, as we saw, if he can get ahead in that lane, has a very good time. And the Udyr ban
that is
and the
an interesting
Zachary
one.
ban say we don't want to see the Blob man in the jungle.
Yeah, no green jugglers here. No green. Does a Deity pull out the Moo though?
Oh,
Hmm?
he could pull out the Moo. He could pull out the Rammus, another green champion.
Yeah, it's not a bad Amumu game either.
Yeah, Moo I feel like is pretty solid in most situations,
Yeah,
but we'll see what he's feeling.
some nice squishy targets for you to
And the Belveth, yes,
solve
that's
for.
another one he likes to play. Another carry jungler, looking for
Okay.
that scaling once again. We'll see if he can figure out how to rush Rage Blade on the champion, as I know he says you're supposed to do. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Let's say all blue champions coming out here for Titan's Wrath
The
for sure. Yeah.
blue team. They
Let's
said
see
we're
if
on the
they
blue
keep this
side. We
lead
have to pick
alive.
blue champions.
All blue champions. Yeah.
Hecarim is blue.
We got a little red and purple action on Toads Magos. Oh, no picks a green jungler. That's unlucky.
Was Hecarim green? He
I
looks
mean,
pretty blue in that picture, so I'll call it blue for right now.
it's
It's
like
on
cyan. That's like greenish.
And Jax, fully blue, saying, I want to pull out a carry top laner. What are you going to try to counter me with? A
Yeah.
smoothie?
Smoothie, just a nice clean Malphite pick here would be great. Really good
Yeah.
matchup from the Jax.
Yeah,
And it's a really, really good Malphite game.
Gwen blue for top. Jax is more purple, but he has blue eyes, so it still works. Now
Let's
we
see
just
if
have to make sure their skins keep their team fully blue. And just says, hey, I'll play Mordekaiser again. Why not?
go
Again,
straight back
Jax
to
is going to want to
Mordekaiser.
get to the late game. Mord's going to look to bully.
I feel like that is not like a terrible matchup for Jax.
It's not
Look at
awful,
his-
I'd say. Like, the E is pretty good. You can stop him from activating his passive with that auto for the third tick.
Yeah, you just chill on. I feel like you win at 6, no?
Yeah. And also, I think you can do okay before that if you need to, but you don't need
Yeah.
to. You just if you get level 6, then you're feeling pretty good. They banned my man bear pig. How
Oh
rude of
man,
them.
beer pig.
How very rude of them.
Realistically, I don't know how good the man beer pig would have been in this game, but
Listen, they banned it away from him, and that's rude.
okay.
But yeah, I'd say
The weak
scaling,
fear the shadows.
I think, once again, or this time I think goes towards Titan's Wrath. If they get actual team fights, the Anivia provides a ton of control, and they have basically CC from every champion. So as long as Syndra doesn't blow someone up, or DD doesn't get huge, or Smoothie again, as from game 1, I'm liking that team fight. I'm going to start up the votes earlier this time, so getting the prediction for game number 2.
I do think, in theory, Titan's Wrath scales better, but their comp is way more difficult to execute, I think, than Goat King's comp.
True.
It's like, there's a lot of moving parts. Everyone has to be on the same page, and the Titan's Wrath kind of struggled with that in the last game, so I'm a little concerned with the complexity of the team comp, but we'll see if they're able to pull it off.
Yeah.
Who dares defy my will?
They have a little bit less to deal with than as far as having carries who are unkillable. They're still gonna have the annoyance of the Mordekaiser ult taking somebody out of the fight.
No, I'm just mad.
It's more you just have like your first 3 picks all want to kite away, and then you have Jackson Hecarim that want to like run in.
Right.
So it's just kind of like a confused comp, and I think this kind of stuff can work, especially if Jax just like side lanes most of the game. Hecarim's gonna have a really tough job this game, like knowing when to go in. And he also has to not get engaged on.
You just always go in, then you can never not be right. But I do like the Anivia a lot more than that Yone, so I feel like they might have better team fights, but definitely gonna have to see how they play it out.
Yeah, definitely agree there.
But
Sure.
with the teams all lined up, go ahead and get your votes in. I gave you 5 minutes to get the predictions in. Vote for Titan's Wrath or Goat Kings. You think they're gonna take it to game 3 with a Titan's Wrath win, or you think Goat Kings are gonna close out this series? I'm gonna toss it to another quick break for a music interlude while we wait for the game to load in. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
I never thought higher is essential. They're crude and unspeakably plain. Maybe they've a gleaming of potential. If I lied to my vision and brain. Know that your powers of retention are as white as a warthog's backside. As sick as you are, the attention. My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expression. The lights are not all upstairs. But we're talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares. So prepare for the chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer. Just listen to teacher. I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And justice deliciously squared. Be prepared. Yeah, be prepared. We'll be prepared. For what? For the death of the king. Why? Is he sick? No fool. We're gonna kill him. Simba too. Great idea. Who needs a king? No king, no king. La 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 la. Idiots. There will be a king. Hey, but you said I will be king. Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again. This ring that will soon be connected, but the king will be all time alone. Of course, quid pro quo, you expected to take certain duties on board. The future is littered with prices, and though I'm the main addressee, the point that I must emphasize is you won't get us left without me. So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam. Meticulous planning, tenacity disbanding, decades of denial is simply while I'll be king undisputed, respected, saluted, insane for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared. Yes, our teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared.
Alright, we are back and getting into the start of game number 2.
Let's go.
Hopefully everyone got their votes in for the victor of this game. And we'll see who can take the W all the way to the bank.
Looks like everything's
There we go.
pretty standard dot orgs sums. Nothing interesting so far.
There we go. Now I can see chat again. Hello,
30
people.
seconds until minions
Oh,
This time an invade coming out from the side of Titan's Wrath. Walking of a ward, so Goking should remain safe and might even be able to look for a counterfight. And Smoothie walking over to drop a ward on that blue buff, so they'll know where Golden Pharaoh is starting. Oh. Got a W onto Malco, so, you know, first blood down, GG.
yep. It's a loss.
Minions have spawned.
Did drop their own ward, so both teams will know where the enemy jungler is starting. As we get into the game, I'll have to see if Titan's Wrath can hold on to these laning leads like they had in game number 1.
Oh yeah. Pharaoh was definitely gonna have a lot harder time ganking in this game than the previous one too, so it's gonna be harder to find those early advantages.
Yeah,
Not
has some okay setup for most of the lanes, but I think a lot of the fights for them will come post 6.
I believe that.
Deity also kind of needs setup, though you have enough dashes you can get on people normally as they build death.
Yeah. Aside from top lane, he has some pretty good gank stuff on his side.
Yeah.
For the Rakan in the center. So.
Not undoable for anybody.
I do think for the bot side of Go Kings, if Beard is able to find that engage post 6, I think they just get one shot by the MF in the
Yeah.
Rakan CP. So
I nice
Maybe a
QE
little
auto
slow.
coming out, getting that electrocute down from Crip in the mid lane. But yeah, I agree. If you get a knockup slash the charm from the ultimate while MF is ulting, you're gonna do a lot of damage. Take that, Smoothie. Eat a stun.
Indeed. Yeah, I think the issue that Jack's gonna run into pre-6 is just a mana situation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he should ever E aggressively. Just if he's getting pulled or autoed, he can E. Would be a better use of that spell.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
But getting pushed in, so you kind of sit back, let the farm come to you, and scale up to 6, try to play that early game safe.
I would like to see Reaper focus a little more on farming early, because I feel like he kind of got set behind quite a bit because he was a little too focused on trying to kill. But
KB actually walks forward, avoiding the knockup from a beard, but still takes a fair amount of poke. Looks like Reaper's doing pretty well at the farm currently, up a little bit of CS, so hopefully taking that to heart for this game. Also, Syndra, pretty hard to miss CS on.
it's for sure.
Nice stun. A little bit of poke down onto the bird.
Maybe chugging through all of his spots already. Already looking a little low on the mana and health department, yeah.
But the
Maybe-
flash
maybe-
knockup coming in as Belveth came through looks like Challenge got flash and ghosted away. A flash away from the knockup from KB. It still gets taken down by the Belveth E. Good early gank there from Deity picking up first blood.
Maybe definitely he definitely did a good job flashing the ability, but we could have flashed a little better there too. Maybe not die, but
Okay. Needed to go a little closer to tower with the flash.
yeah. Ability dodge though, so.
It's alright. Jack's picking up that cannon minion, using the E to stop the passive, but now gets autoed and should walk away. Not terrible. Coming up on that level 6 says he's looking to trade aggressively with that lethal tempo.
Tempo proc, Mordekaiser's gotta stay as far away from that thing as possible.
Jumping in again, trying to make sure this wave crashes, but Deity is in the area, so Boomstick's gonna need to be careful. Looks like he's looking for that back. But well played so far. Thank you, League Client, for randomly pausing.
Great job by DD being at the right place at the right time.
For sure. And with the both backs coming out mid, Reaper up 10 CS, so enjoying the farming on Syndra more than you did on Lux.
Indeed.
Crip just looking for the hyperscaling, now picking up that tier.
I do think this mid matchup is kind of a push as far as scaling goes. Syndra definitely scales way better than she used to.
Yeah, Syndra, it's just kind of like the different style of how this scaling works. It's either you blow up one person or you have a lot of control in the team foot.
Yeah, just being able to build the double death cap is pretty good. She just gets one from her passive.
Right. But it looks like Smoothie actually TP'd back to the top lane where Boomstick was able to back and walk up, so a TP advantage in the top lane. And he has now hit 6 with the Sheen, so we'll be looking for some aggressive trading.
Has that big damage potential. Definitely still kind of volatile because Jax is pretty squishy when he's not ulting, so.
Yep, and you still have to be careful of the board ult, but now the wall came out, Reaper able to dodge the stun, and now they're trading autos as they wait for abilities to come back up. Oh. It's a nice particle
Another
effect right
little
there.
freeze. Let's go.
If it happens again, I'll just back it up so it stops. And here comes Hecarim for the mid game, but Deity is here for the counter gank. Will be the 2v2. As Pharaoh does not dodge the knockup, he's getting dashed on and will be burned down. Deity having a level up and now getting the transformed Belveth form. As they're gonna start this dragon.
2 kills. I think I've seen this story somewhere before. It does not look pretty for the other team.
Definitely not a champ you want to get ahead early. But the slow field coming down as the E comes out, getting some nice poke down on that Syndra. The flash in for the wall, but gets knocked back with the stun. And first dragon will go the way of Goat Kings. It's like
Get away,
Boomstick's getting his back cancelled as the wave is crashing. Picking up the farm pretty well. Alright, here we go.
You had enough of this already.
Alright. Hopefully that'll fix it. It's just sad to see that Cannon Minion die one more time, you know?
Yeah. Go King's able to transfer that mid control into a nice dragon for themselves, starting that dragon stacking nice and early.
For sure. Now looking for another back in a spot where he can get cancelled. Boomstick just disrespecting the back placements.
Yeah. Well, Smoothies just didn't want Boomstick to miss the wave, I think.
Yeah, he said, I'm pushing it in, come back for it.
Yeah, don't miss this, buddy. You want these.
As now KB finding the Belveth on a roam, taking out a pink ward as they're going to try to keep vision on the Rift Herald. Don't want to give the super evolved form to the Belveth. And coming in for the gank onto Syndra, the ult does not force out the egg, but they are able to walk away as Belveth is here to cover. Flash in, misses, and the ult from Hecarim coming in takes down Syndra, and now they're looking for Belveth. I think they take this, but Goat King Beard is in the area, gets the knock up to save Deity and take down Pharaoh. The ult comes through from KB with the level up as they're trying to burn down Beard, but will not quite have the damage.
Something, Belbeth for 3 kills. Before.
Yep,
It just is getting worse, unfortunately.
Things fall in the way of Deity right now. They get fairly low, but is still able to walk away as the plates are attacked. Boomstick jumps in past the E and is now getting some damage down onto Smoothie. Another fight coming in as Syndra is now back in this mid lane. They have the egg out now for Crypt Lord, so has the potential to be taken down and will fall to Goat King Reaper.
Unfortunate Malco uses his ultimate there, but we're losing plates again in bottom, so
He did get an assist for the ultimate though.
Okay, nice. Not the worst trades in the world for Titan's Wrath. Obviously, it looks bad with the 1-4 score line, and we're still down 1,000 gold, but still trading back some plates. So.
Yep, getting some plates.
Not the end of the world.
Farming up on the carries. Nice smite away by Deity, denying even more from Golden Pharaoh, as now the jump in with the 3v2, but Jax takes down Mordekaiser. The ult comes through, Boomstick's still alive as he falls to Deity, and the kill onto Pharaoh looks like will not come through as he runs away. Get a 1-for-1 trade in the 2v3, not bad. Another one over to Belveth though, so right now it's just saying put all the kills on the Belveth, so we only have one person we need to kill so we can fight.
Yeah, smart. Actually, really smart.
KB trying to run up at Malco, forcing out the flash and still gets ulted. Ashe was not ready to follow up, however.
I'm a little surprised not to see Malco not going for the cleanse here in this lane.
And now the Ashe ult comes through after the flash is gone and the slows are on, burning down. Challenge Cat picking up that kill on Malco, well played in that bot lane. Yeah, I know there were times when Beard, when he was playing ADC, would know he should take cleanse, but he never uses cleanse, so he just wouldn't. So it might be that kind of situation. As a nice gank comes in from Deity, taking out the bird once it in for a Reaper.
It also might just be a spot where if MF's getting hit by one of those ultimates, we're probably dead already, so...
Yeah.
Cleanse might not make too much of a difference.
Maybe Malco will build a QSS at some point.
Maybe. Probably.
But now, getting that Rift Herald will be huge for Deity. Gonna get those minions along with the Rift Eye, as they do see it go down, but it's too late. And looks looks like it might be a gank up towards top side, or just an invade.
Yeah, Pharaoh going for this carry Hecarim build. Definitely can carry with this kind of build. It just is also terrifying to play against like Syndra.
Yeah, it's like the glass cannon Hecarim.
Yeah, he's gonna go like Duskblade Manamune.
They're looking for a big group up in this top lane, but have KB roamed up to try to answer it, so we'll see what happens with this fight. Looks like it's gonna happen.
Oh no.
A knock up into the knock up from Beard. Pharaoh trying to ult away, but the stun comes through on Criplord. But now Jax is in the area, hitting Go King Beard with the Sono coming through, hitting Deity and Beard. The ult is burning down. The Zonius comes through. Boomstick is surviving for a long time, but it's not able to actually get anyone. As now he falls out, takes out Beard, but will fall in the bot lane. The 1v1 of the Ashe takes down MF. Pharaoh actually starting up this dragon as the fight was happening. But Deity now going to look for dropping this rift in the top lane with the Jax dead. Looking for the big death push with the Bel'Veth minions. And the egg comes back up as the Syndra ult comes through, but the egg will be dropped immediately for Criplord. KB in the area takes out the Rift Herald, but is trying to survive under tower against two very scary members of Go Kings.
It's turret defender KB. Look at him defend the turret.
As long as he stays under tower, it should be fine, because that last fight is very tanky.
We also just have no mana. Well, KB is getting EXP though, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, despite all that happening, we do have a 2-0 Ashe in the bot lane who is now up about 20 CS and has gotten a lot of alone time in that lane. So we'll have to see how it pans out as they get into later in the game.
As nice as it is, I think realistically, who are you hitting as Ashe?
Whoever's in front of you, really, you just play it front to back.
But it's just, I mean more like who can you actually hit safely?
You try to kite against the Bel'Veth as much as you can, and take her down while you ult her.
Yeah, I suppose so. Just tall order.
Yep. Not saying it'll be easy, but it does have some gold. Getting some nice chunk down, forcing out the flash from Reaper. The Ashe ultimate does miss, but the Sona ult hits as Hecarim helps with the kill. Another kill onto Ashe. Deity in the enemy jungle taking away their red buff.
For Malka. Fortunately for Malka though, I don't think this MF needs a lot of items to be able to be really impactful this game.
No, she'll just sit back and drop
good.
the ultimate as the team engages. But more alone time for Ashe here might actually get this first tower solo. It does.
Ooh.
And Boomstick's still doing a lot of work here in this top lane, enjoying this matchup far better than the Ornn matchup. Now 3 members mid, trying to pressure out Criplord on this Anivia.
I was really surprised to see Smoothie go back to the Mordekaiser knowing it's a Jax matchup. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Yeah, I think he was just hoping he could bully again early, and he just felt really good from game 1, maybe he just wanted to play it again.
Fair enough.
Feels like it could have been different options. Like you said, the Malphite would have been really bad for the Jax.
Yeah, bad for the Jax and bad for the team. Also.
Yep.
I don't think anybody wants to play against Malphite. Maybe the second one does. Wouldn't mind.
Smoothie just didn't want to put himself to sleep from playing Malphite, so that was the real reason. And now Ashe coming to the mid lane with that bot lane having fallen, rotating Anivia down bot. I'll have to see if they can get any pressure onto this mid tower, as it looks like they have Syndra and MF mid. Might be looking for a 4-man in this mid lane, they'll have to be careful.
This no-skin Ashe is also pretty disrespectful.
He just out of range, but is able to walk away and dodge that Q. As the Ashe ultimate comes through, lands onto Beard, but it is the 4v3 still, as the bird will get jumped on and taken down by Deity once again. Now a 4v2 in this mid lane. As the Ghost is on for Challenge Cat, but can't catch up to anyone. And doesn't really want to run in and get knocked up. Now Jax is here in the mid lane, as it's now a 4v3 on their side. That nice ultimate coming through, but no follow-up. Another kill over to Deity, and this time a shutdown. Now Boomstick diving the Syndra, ulting, picking up that kill. And Deity dashing away as the slows come through, flashing into Malco. Mordekaiser picks up top lane tower while he's alone, but they are pushing this mid tower with the team fight win.
I don't love flashing on the 0-3 MF, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's real good.
It seemed like it was one where he could have tried something to get Deity, but opted to take out Malco. Killing Deity will be big as long as ideally getting it on the Ashe or the Anivia or the Jax. But still got a couple kills, got the mid tower, getting good trades in these matchups as it's still pretty even with a 500 gold lead to Titan's Wrath currently.
Titan's Wrath doing that thing where they're really destroying it again. It kind of worked out okay there, but I'm a little scared for the future.
Right,
because they're only going to die faster as the game goes on. So
yeah, they just really need to get on the same page for when they go in. Like they had a big Hecarim ultimate that hit 3, but Crypt Lord getting jumped on as the egg is back, but gets taken down before Pharaoh can show up. Now running away and will not quite fall as the dragons are being started up, and Jax will be pushing this top tower. This time it's a Mountain Soul game, so looking for a lot of free tankiness on whichever side can stack these dragons. Smoothly TPing back up that top wave to save the tower, as Ashe and Hecarim are looking to take out this Rift Herald before Goat Kings can rotate. And the game is back to basically even.
it's definitely a 1v9 game here for Deity. Definitely what we're looking for.
KB said, I found a Hecarim, smoothly ulting the Hecarim as it gets knocked back, but Pharaoh will just run around to not die. And now it's back to a 3v3 as Brazil is exited by both champions.
KB's got his Moonstone online, so big heals coming in. Try to keep his friends standing.
We got them big heals though.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
really?
sure.
I already bounced it back. Come on now, good. And it looks like Jack's jumping away as Belveth is in the area. Gotta be on high alert.
High alert?
Alert.
High alert and the yeah, Baron's spawning, but I don't think
They're
either team
looking
really wants
for
to do it.
Smoothie, but Davey is in the wings.
I don't know. KB's spending a lot of time with Moonstick here.
It's just been roaming all over the place, but you know,
Moonstick
giving
just
Ashe some
needs
free
to-
levels. Actually, Ashe the same level as Boomstick and Smoothie,
Yeah.
so just
KB
saying.
kind of weakens the XP though, is what I'm kind of concerned about. But Purple
Well,
getting gone in on, but yeah, no egg and just
Ulted
dead.
and destroyed. Jumping in once again now that the Belveth is not here, taking some damage down as now Belveth shows back up and Boomstick will run away.
Yeah, great job of Boomstick knowing his limits there. Knew exactly when he should turn around. It's a nice trade down on the Mordekaiser. Love to see
For
it.
sure. Oh, the
Oh,
fast
my
pony
goodness.
running at Malco gets the ultimate down and picks up the solo bolo kill.
Pharaoh says, farming in my mid lane? Come on.
Titan's Wrath, this game, we're just saying, let's bully Malco.
It does kind of feel that way. It feels personal. Sure.
Red team's turret has been
But
Another tower
Pharaoh
falling.
did use alt Ghost for that kill, so
Ghost being used by Challenge Cat to run away from Deity, definitely needed, as if the Belveth gets on top of him, he will have a bad day. But now 3 towers to 1 on the side of Titan's Wrath as they are keeping up this pressure as the fights happen. The Baron is on the map, so will be one both teams want to keep an eye on, make sure nobody's able to sneak it, as Shelly's looking for a charge mid. Will get it off, despite the eye being hit.
I do think.
And oh!
Ooh,
T-Ping jumping onto the Syndra is Boomstick just taking down Reaper. Not expecting that damage or engage right there.
Yeah, the Boomstick Jack's kind of showing out this game though.
Yeah, he's looking good on it though. I like it. He's got to keep it up. Either get some more team fight wins or find some split pressure. Oh, a nice 3-man ult into the Hecarim ult. They're taking down Malco once again, looking for DD and Beard as they will both ult to get out. But a nice pick off there as Cryptlord is still pushing this bot lane. Good pressure across the map.
Definitely has the damage for Baron, so
yep,
it's going to be a little slow without Cryptlord there, though. So
they are starting it up as the rest of Goat Kings are going for Cryptlord, so it's looking like this will be an early Baron for Titan's Wrath. Really well played on this one. They can pick this one up, get those backs in, and look for the next dragon.
Boomstick can do the Lord's work. They're really setting this team up, finding these pickoffs, enabling this team to get that Baron. Really, really good play from Boomstick.
Now with all the resets coming through, we've got Boomstick pushed a little bit top, it is backing so they can all be at Dragon. Does not have the TP up currently.
Also insane crescendo from KB. Also setting up full play.
Fantastic
really
flash
insane.
ultimate from KB. Showing why he likes that Sona pick.
I think the Goat Kings need to realize that if they're standing next to Malco, they're going to get flashed on. So.
Malco is the danger zone, but they do have a good setup here. The Jax is in the front, needs to make sure he doesn't get burned down. Gets the ultimate onto Deity, who dashes away. MF ult coming through, burning down Boomstick. The ultimate came through as Smoothie and Boomstick are fighting for Brazil. As they will both pop back out. And the ultimate coming through on the Belveth, but didn't get the follow-up for it, and they're still fighting over positioning.
Yeah,
looks
like
Hecarim's
really
looking to hook around the back, might get a big ult on the back of this team fight. Jumping on the Deity, gets them very low, and they will now start up this dragon. Goat Kings needing to back off.
Good move by Goat Kings, not giving up a bunch of kills.
Yeah,
when they can just go up this Drake, it's not that big of a deal.
It was lucky for them that Pharaoh had already used the ult. If he had gotten the ult off there, it would have been very huge. But
yeah, the ult on the backside would have been nice.
Yeah, despite no kills coming through, pick up that dragon for themselves so they avoid the stacking of free armor for the Goat Kings.
Yeah, I'm actually really proud of Pharaoh for not like hard committing and dying.
What up, Flimsy? Are your guys' games done already? Send your fence.
I would assume so.
Or are you just hanging out in the chat while you play?
Flimsy fence, also known as the sturdiest fence.
Speed ran the series. Sounds like it.
What is that, Anivia skin? I think it's a Halloween one. I think it's
a
spooky Anivia, yeah.
Echo location Anivia. You can never hide in bushes. Right now we have both top laners on the opposite side of the map, getting some split push going in. And so far, if Titan's Wrath can keep up fights in this one like they have been, I think they've been doing a good job of keeping DD from diving into the back line, so they just need to keep up the team fights as they have been, and I'm liking how they look currently in this game.
For sure. This Anivia and Ashe proving a little problematic for the 7-0 deity.
Yeah, turns out CC is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Deity is going for the Jack show, so
yep.
He's going to be able to tank up that damage and maybe get on the back line once he has that completed.
Will be a little scarier once that is finished. We'll definitely want to see Ashe going for that Lord Dominic's Regard to negate the tankiness from the Mord and Belveth Jack shows. As it looks like they're pressuring with Jax. They think he's alone, but he's trying to bait out the rest of them. The Ashe out doesn't land, but gives Jax a jump target to get away. And don't take the tower, but they could just reset here and have nothing really burned. Looks like Jax is backing, has the TP. The rest of them still looking to pressure. As now Cryptlord's flapping his way over. Looks like Jax is going to match Mordekaiser in the side lane.
But the Baron buff is off, so Go Kings definitely could look for
That's my type of Ash Arrow. Oh, a nice ult! Stunning Reaper, but not having the follow-up damage. Had the safety of the tower still. And now Deity is going to be looking to help set up an engage with Beard. And now it's a 5-man for the Go Kings near the spot tower, as now Boomstick will be pushing that top wave solo. Gonna need to be careful here for Sona and Ashe as they are alone.
I really would like to see Beard playing a little more actively, trying to go for these engages.
Right.
Definitely.
Oh. Jumping in from Boomstick gets pulled past the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, I think the Go Kings really need Beard to just be able to go in first. It would enable Deity to play a lot easier if he's able to land a CC.
Nice stun there onto Challenge Cat.
There
The
we
follow-up
go.
double knockup. Both of these bot laners will go down, and Reaper will survive as they were playing very far ahead as a solo bot lane.
Yeah, don't love seeing that. You got 2 of your teammates in your base and you're still like pushing it to choose a very scary place to be.
Yeah, you gotta know
You
if
get
people
punished
reset,
for
you
that.
can't stay that far up on the map. Boomstick is still going for the push, however, against Smoothie. Might just be able to take him down as the TP is coming
My
through.
goodness.
Gets the ult and the bonk to take him down. Now walk away before Cinder shows up. But is now in lane, basically 1v3, as the next dragon will be spawning in 40 seconds. Gonna want to see Titan's Wrath try to set up for that.
Boomstick really doing the heavy lifting for his team this game.
Nice stun coming out from Syndra as the Beard is still in the area. And now with the Sona and Ashe back on the map, look like they're walking to the dragon. Jack's backing to hopefully walk over there as well. Game 1 went to Goat King's Vintage. Again, as we set up for this dragon fight, anybody got their primes available, if you can toss them our way, we will be grateful. We appreciate all the
Eternally
support.
grateful.
And now it looks like they're starting up this dragon right away, trying to burn it down. Deity is in the area, might look for a steal. And he is in the pit, gets a flash knockup, but the smite goes down from Pharaoh, picks it up. They are trying to burn down Deity, he does fall. And to get the dragon and the kill, can now look for this push on the bot lane or mid lane, or it looks like they're pinging the Baron, just want to run up and or straight up to it and do it.
Yeah, I don't love that play from Deity. I mean, if we get the steal, it's still not that great because we give the Baron immediately after, and we gave over 7 gold shutdown.
Yeah, a huge
So,
shutdown.
yeah. So
I throw that sit on CD, I don't give a fuck. Well, it looks like Critter's in the chat, so some spiciness may happen soon. As the Baron is getting burned down, Smoothie's in the area trying to look for an E-steal, but it will go over to Pharaoh once again, on point on these smites this game. And a bot tower tier 2 going over to the Jax, giving a lot of gold into that top lane carry.
I do have a word for Deity himself that he likes to go by the name of Piochick. Just
Oh yeah.
anybody's wondering.
There you go, there you go.
He's a Piochick level smites.
And despite it being 13 to 13, a 7k gold lead now for the Titan's Wrath. Boomstick walking into Deity in a bush, getting the lockdown, but is getting attacked and taunted, burned down, not quite dying, but 1,000 gold over to Deity. A little too far ahead while the team was not on the map.
I would have liked to see that shutdown go to somebody else, actually. Deity's already, like, going to be really close to build completion here, so...
Knock up, pull back onto KB, but the damage comes
really
through.
far
Ashe takes
forward.
down Deity as he goes too far forward. And now
Hecarim out
Ashe
to
running
Master
forward,
here.
dealing damage.
Hecarim sprinting in, here we go.
Here comes the big ult, maybe.
Okay,
It's
less
not on,
big.
it's on
Okay,
cooldown apparently.
okay.
But Reaper
He's
does
on
fall.
the engage anyway.
King Beard falls. Smoothie soon to follow once he's out of Brazil. And now only Malco up to defend the base as Titan's Wrath are looking to pull us into game number 3, giving us the silver scrapes.
Yeah, I think Maokai wins this one before. No?
Oh, of course. If he had gotten the shutdown, you said you wanted to go to somebody else easy one before.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, burning down this tower, gets the ultimate down to delay. Actually, it hits Deity as he spawns, takes down tower number 2, just focusing the Nexus, and this will go to game number 3, 1-1 on the series. Well played, Titan's Wrath.
Yeah, GG's for sure. Yeah.
This time it'll show
Definitely-
me the score screen.
Definitely felt like Boomstick was definitely a big difference maker for them that game. He
Yeah,
set up a lot of the team's plays and where it was able to, as he's a large part why his team got so many neutral objectives in that game.
Yeah, Boomstick was huge. Also, shout out to Challenge Cat that time on the Ash actually being a lot of those team fights and having a lot of damage in them. So, showing if you've got your ADC in the team fights, you can deal a ton of damage.
Yeah. If you hit enemies, big damage.
And we are now 1-1 in the matchup as we will be going into game 3 once the teams are ready.
Oh,
Up into this lobby. So we saw we have an answer for the Mordekaiser. We liked banning away the Kindred, didn't have to deal with the Undying Field anymore. How do you think the draft goes for game number 3?
we need better fifth picks. our fifth picks in these last 2 games have been medium minus. We'll
See,
say.
you're saying if you have counterpick, you should use it effectively.
Yes, yeah. Because both of the fifth picks have been pretty negative impact or whatever in the last 2 games, and I think there was some big opportunities they had to pick like a better matchup or something like that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd be interested to see if there becomes an Anivia ban or if it becomes a first pick if Goat Kings go for blue side themselves. Because I know Goat King Reaper does like that champion as well. I wouldn't say it was the biggest issue in this fight, but just whenever you're trying to team fight, just that slow field and wall can become exceedingly annoying. And we'll see if we try to do anything for the ADC. Seems like Challenge Cat is having a good time down that lane, and we'll see if we try to take away any carries from Boomstick as he did well in that game number 2. I'm a coward, haven't practiced at ADC. Both teams are cowards if they don't break out a Mumu.
we play AP or AP and Mummy with Senna bottom or what? Thoughts?
Was this the lineup for game 1? Yes, this has been the lineup for both games.
Yeah.
Nope, no change. They came into today wanting to line up this way.
Yeah, Pharaoh did a great job also playing a lot more reactively that game. I think that kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
DD definitely has to be the one to move first in a lot of the lane matchups. So just trying to be reactive and be where your teammates need you is a really good idea in this matchup, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I'd actually called out the Amumu pick, Bulgaria. I agree, it could have been a good pickup.
Yeah, I think, I was calling for the Mummy pick 3 and we picked Elvis, or pick 4.
Side selection.
R4.
I don't know if they've decided on sides yet. Let me see.
Yeah, but it's been a kind of a blue side diff in both these games so far. So
I don't see any side picks so far.
I mean, Go Kings is lining up on blue sides, and they were red side last game, so I assume that means they're selecting blue side.
Right. Oh, hang on. Let me do the prediction. Congratulations to myself and whoever else was the believer in Titan's Wrath.
Oh yeah, I lost everything.
Taking all these points to the bank.
That's part of the course for me.
How many did I get? Imagine Red Sign bans Icebird. It might be a good ban, honestly. I got 16, 9, 10. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it
Rich
was
in points.
14 to 1 odds.
Whew.
Whew.
That's a good way to spend 2k points, you know. That's a
Yeah.
good return on investment. Oh, here comes the spectate for the draft. See if they're into it yet.
And Hailstrom building his generational wealth in
I have to make sure I
Valhalla.
always have points to toss out there so I can always have a big pool to bet on, you know?
You could just pick Hazel into Bird. I don't know if that's the kind of matchup they want. I don't think they want like a push matchup where like neither lane does anything. I'm
Alright,
not
so
saying
this
it's
time
wrong.
Goat Kings will be on blue side, and as they name themselves Titties, otherwise known as Titan's
Is
Wrath,
it,
on the
is
red
it Titty
side.
Wrath? Is it Titty Wrath once again?
No, it's just Titties.
Oh, okay.
Could just break a soul into bird. Yeah. I mean, there is stuff you can do, just I know they both really do like that bird.
Big bird vibes.
Them
And I
big
will say,
birds.
I think Crip Lord Zenivia left something to be desired, but
Um,
I don't think you really need to ban that. I'm not saying the
it,
Zenivia did have impact, but our lane was not great.
it's more just both of them like it, so it's also a steal pick.
Oh,
Blue
fair
side
enough.
first picks it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they first picked it, honestly. They had it play really good in their game 3 last week for Goat Kings. And I know it is a comfort for Reaper.
Something Titan's Wrath could do. They could leave Maokai and Anivia up and get one of them.
Right.
That is something they could do, being on red side.
Because last time they banned Kindred, Kane, and Maokai, which I feel like are still a good first 3 bans for them. It just
Yeah, you
then
don't. I don't
they
think
either have
you.
to have an answer for the bird if they think they're gonna first pick it on the side of goats.
I don't think you want to not ban the cane and open Pandora's box in game 3 because we don't know what's inside.
You never know.
Yeah. I mean, they know there's a cane inside, but they haven't played against it in the series, so
Right.
introducing the new variable is probably not a great idea.
And I will bring us Silver Scrapes. I'll play it as we're waiting for the game to load in. So anyone wishing we had Silver Scrapes going on, don't worry, we'll get it in. We got the draft ready. Just waiting on the teams to be ready. What the hell is Silver Scrapes? It's the song you play when you go into game 3.
Yeah.
The
Where are you
da
seeing that?
da 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 da.
Who
That song.
said that?
Vantage.
Oh.
In the chat. What up, Trinity? Giving us the POG champ. Again,
I,
as we're waiting to get into
I
the
get
game,
that.
anyone with $5 to spend or a Twitch Prime available, if you can toss it our way, we'll be eternally grateful and love you for at least 30 days. Bench and Silver Scrapes will be the song that I play when we're waiting to load into the game. Then you'll know what it is.
Yeah. Vintage is a league boomer and also doesn't know what Silver Scrapes is. What is that?
It's a league boomer
That
and a
that
boomer
is
boomer.
yeah, that's crazy. Oh. Mm.
I'm not even 40 yet. And yet you don't know what Silver Scrapes is.
Yeah, how many years have you played this game though, Vintage?
Waiting on Malco. Alright, everyone blame Malco for us waiting for the draft.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
needed a mental break after he got bullied game 2. I don't blame him.
That was a rough game for Malco. He definitely made some mistakes and got punished for them, but he also just kind of got griefed.
It happens.
There's several spots where he got flashed on that were
Oh,
probably
here
not
we
worth
go
it.
into
Yep.
the draft for game number 3. The first band will be the Poppy. 3 for 3 bands, KB too powerful. Let's see what Titans Wrath are feeling. Kane ban once again. Agreed with you.
I
They
mean,
don't want to open Pandora's box.
Bulgaria, that is true, but KB was also leaving. So
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly,
Malco still has responsibility for his own life.
both ADCs
Whatever
were
that.
alone for a lot of that. It was just the Ashe jumping on MF, taking down. But Kindred ban once again, saying didn't like that game one. Still saying no Caitlyn in the bot and no Vladimir in the mid lane. I'm just trying to
I'm
flame
just
beer,
trying to
damn it.
find it. Well, yeah.
And it will be the Anivia ban, so leaving up to the Maokai. We'll see if Goats want to first pick it as it was effective in game number one.
You're gonna flame B or flame him for
And
not
it will
engaging.
be the
Anyway.
Maokai flex pick, so I get to pick that up since Titan's Wrath don't want to deal with the Icebird.
Okay.
But they do want to play Ashe once again.
I can't see the draft by the way, in the real time draft. I can only see it on Twitch.
Oh, okay, here you go. Bop. That works. There we go.
Perfect.
And the second pick will be... Yeah, apparently for whatever reason when I show League in OBS it just looks terrible, so I have to remember to bounce back and forth.
I know. That's all good.
Although it looks fine on stream, which is the weird thing.
It is interesting to see them let the Maokai go through. I think Anivia would have been easier to answer.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Maokai is going to cause a lot of problems in the drafts again. So.
But they do pick up the Hecarim, grabbing that Sivir this time for Malco. Thinking he can just wave clear and play a little safer on that champion.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Bogan. Sorry for breathing. My bad.
How dare. I only saw the final 5 minutes. And then the third pick for the Goat Kings will be Lux once again, saying, I can't have the Anivia, I played well on Lux, I'm going to pick her up again. So, kind of a similar draft so far to game number one for the Goat Kings. Still sticking with wanting a lot of CC on the side of Titan's Wrath. See if they answer a mid pick or if they want to grab their support here. And the Ahri did get banned out against them game one, so picks it up here, denies that ban.
Crypt Border. I like this matchup much better than the Yone.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is a good one for him. Also, he's been looking good on the Ahri in other series. And the Olaf ban once again, taking that one out. Jack saying bye-bye. Did not like that in game number two for the Goat Kings.
That was rough for them to deal with, for sure.
See if Bonkers has another carry champion wants to pull out. Although, could have the counter pick this game.
Who's Bonkers?
Sorry, Boomstick.
Boomstick, yeah. All good.
All those HYG boys, you know.
Yeah. All of them.
They're all the same person, to be really.
Except for TJ, he's cute.
Yeah. And the Jarvan ban away from Titan's Wrath. We'll see if Deity is feeling the Maokai this game or is going to go for another carry jungle pick. And the final ban shall be...
A secret pick Boomstick's got cooked up in this game.
Ooh, the secret. Sona, respecting KB Sona. Did have a lot of good engages in game number two with that pick. Although we'll see if he goes with the Bard now. He was hovering it when they were picking for game number two.
I mean, both teams' sports are just going to roam. Bard's like the best one to pick. Whatever, right?
But we'll see what the pickup is here. Pick number 4 for Titan's Wrath. Going with the Nami. Going for the waves and the bubbles.
Wow, yeah. Wow.
Bench calling for Morgana. Don't think it'll happen. Lame. Now the last two picks for Goat Kings. See where they're going to put the Maokai.
Why Morgana?
And it is the Zac, so going to be that Maokai support once again. Zac for Deity, pulling out that tank jungler for himself. Going to need some damage out of its top lane then. Maybe we just play board for a third game.
Great to see a sport pick here, actually.
Hmm? No, support
I
man.
mean, I don't think it's guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed. That's what I'm guessing. Renekton. Alright, going for the gank setup, top laner.
Renekton now.
And now, the counter will be Benches. Just because you play Morgan and everything doesn't mean everyone's gonna play Morg. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It will be the Kled. All right. Going with two carry-oriented top laners. I like it.
Fist fight central in top lane, actually. It's gonna be an all-out brawl on the top side, I think.
Right. I'm tossing up the predictions for this game number 3. Who do you think will bring home the final victory? Following up with a similar team comp for Titan's Wrath that worked for them in game number 2, and pulling out a lot of comfort / stuff that worked for them in game 1 / in the last series for the quarters. Waiting on Deity, his internet cut out during draft. No problem. Hopefully his internet is not broken. But make sure you get your votes in for your points. Get that gambling out of your system and say who you think will make it into the finals.
I'm gambling out of your system.
Of course. Gamble here, not with real money. My phone gonna tell me I can vote? Apparently not. I don't get to vote in this last game, sad day. Vantage says he thinks Titans win, Wrath wins, but Goat Kings win Champ Select. Interesting.
I don't. The Silver pick is the one I'm worried about the most. The top lane's obviously like really coin flippy. The Renekton versus Kled
Here we
is,
go.
I
Now I
think,
can vote.
very coin flippy, but
Who do I believe in? I'm gonna toss it over to Titan's Wrath also. This time I'll give him 3,000 points.
okay.
I'm feeling generous. Bop.
I don't have any points to bet. You took all of my points from me. What am I supposed to do now?
I apologize. Well, now you just have to keep the stream up so you can keep hitting the free points button so you make enough where you can gamble again.
What? I still have like 200.
Well, there you go. You got 200 points to gamble. You're good to go.
200.
Seems you left
Got
your
about
brave
350.
pants at home. Want me to wait while you
350?
go get
I
them?
did bet 11k on Go Kings draft.
You
Wow.
overstep.
Vantage believing in the power of the draft,
Shall I turn in my bag
despite
and
saying
rifle
he
as
thinks the
well?
other team will win.
The weak
Draft?
fear
How
the
where?
shadows.
Fear controls them.
I'm absolutely livid.
This is another one where I think Goat King's draft is a lot easier to play.
They learned my poppy's ways.
In general.
Emotional hedge for Benton. I like it, I like it. I am interested to see this top matchup. Kled can be really annoying in the remounting mechanic, but Renekton can get enough damage where once he's dismounted can actually kill the Kled before he remounts. So we'll have to see how they play this one out.
If I had to guess, I think Kled has the advantage pre-6 and Renekton wins hard post-6. Because Kled's ultimate doesn't really like do anything in the matchup. And I think Renekton's ultimate does a lot in matchups.
That's true. Also, Renekton's gonna have a really nice dash-in stun to set up for the Zac ganks, so it might be a good power point for Deity to get some kills. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Well, thank you for being here. While you're here so you don't get fined and give us a subscription. Hey, hey. We'll love you for 30 days at least.
Wait, why would you get fined? I don't understand.
Because it's $5.
I promise.
Oh,
Let me at him. Who dares defy my will?
Also, check out the merch store if you are interested. We got some fancy shenanigans that way.
Fancy shenanigans, huh?
Yeah.
That's what you call them? I was surprised how much stuff you guys were able to get for merch or whatever. Just how many different products there are and stuff.
Yeah, Beard's been working it, so we got like koozies, some sweatshirts, a mouse pad, so some nice stuff over there.
And a beanie.
A beanie. You always need
Back,
a beanie. It's gonna
you need a new beanie?
it may or may not get cold again at some point.
Yeah. I've seen tactic.
But
He
alright.
wears a beanie.
While we're waiting to load into the game, I'm gonna toss it over to a quick break while we listen to the music, and we'll be back for the start of the game. back and loading into game number 3 to see who makes it to the finals, the Goat Kings or Titans Wrath. See if we get any more invade shenanigans going on for this game number 2. As looks like the Goat Kings are lining up once again, but there is a 5-man for Titans Wrath, so we'll see if they can pick anyone off sleeping. Deity does see him out as it's in the bush, so they will walk away and be safe. Oh, but they do get that first forward kill, and it goes to the Kled. Big for the Kled because now, after you kill the first 6 minions, you hit level 2 instead of needing that 7th. Oh. What is happening? There we go. Sorry about that.
Minions have spawned.
Also a ward kill, but it went on to Deity. Not quite as big, but still gives him a little bit of early XP.
I'm pretty sure, don't you only have to get a piece of the XP? Yeah, it gives it to everyone that hits the ward. I don't think you have to get the kill to get the...
I think you get part of it, but I believe you need to kill it to get enough to hit the level up.
Matter.
So I think if you get a piece of it, you get like 1 or 2. Always coin flip to start. That was our team, Patty. That was our team. We'll be interested to see how this trading goes up here in the top lane, though. Definitely going to be a pressure point for both teams to try to have a lead in the lane.
What is this Renekton skin, though? What is that?
I didn't really look at it. I'll have to look when I get back. I think that's a victorious one.
Okay. Got a victorious.
There we go.
Yeah.
We got the level 2 Kled now going for the trade. Getting those empowered autos down. The other nice thing for Kled in this matchup is the Bear Trap automatically does a Grievous Wound. So that'll help some with the trading. And we see Crypt Lord already pushing in this mid lane, drops himself a ward. Gonna be looking after those ganks. It looks like both junglers are currently looking for a full clear.
And so the pots actually heal Skarl, right? Obviously, that's why he's using them.
Yeah.
So what is Kled doing? Just pouring it down Skarl's throat?
Yeah, exactly.
What is?
It's weird where you can heal Skarl, but I don't think you can actually heal your Kled form until you're back.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
That's pretty funny.
Kled's actually allergic to health potions.
Yeah.
And Boomstick just looking to crash this wave. Might look for Cheaters back once he gets the bounce. Although Pharaoh is in the area, so maybe we'll look for a gank. As Deity's finishing up his Krugs on the bot side, so might look for something a bot. Try and get Malco more into this game so he doesn't get bullied.
The one thing is, Zach's level 3 gank is not very good.
Here he comes in,
But
jumps
he
on
is
the
able to
flash
land the
in,
E.
gets the root from KB. They get the ignite down Deity, but are not able to trade anything back. A first blood that goes to the Zach.
Yeah, I was gonna say the level 3 gank's not great because the E range is kind of short, but he's able to make it work.
Got Zach a little bit low. Does have the bot lane walking up there, so he's able to pick up this Scuttle Crab. Now Boomstick is unmounted, trying to get the autos off to remount. Needs one more. Hits a minion actually, and might just die to the minion damage. Oh, it does get the remount off, almost dying. That could have been tragic. A good flash there from Crypt Lord to avoid the Q. Now Kled looking for this back. Gonna be unfortunate, he does not have TP. Actually gets dashed on, so gets stopped. This Smoothie feeling pretty good here with the healing coming in.
Smoothie was making sure he didn't miss a wave again.
Yeah, yeah. No, stay here. The wave is coming.
Yeah. Now Smoothie's in a weird spot because he wants to crash the slave.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he
also
could
just
just
wanna
stay and hit level 6 and go for the dive. Like, the health after he dismounts Garl is
Nothing.
so low.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a single auto.
Like, he wants to play it safe though, so he's looking for the back. Should be able to get himself off his own cheater's back.
Where's the greed?
Fairly
You know what I'm
even
saying?
across, other than already Challenge Cat up about 14 CS despite having lost his support. So
Yeah, I
again,
think,
farming really well against Malco.
I think the wave was crashing when they were going for that gank. And so Malco lost a bunch of CS.
Right. Now Boomstick backing and moving because he's on a ward, but I don't think it really mattered that he saw it either. It's wasting a little bit of time. See if Smoothie wants to push this or goes for a freeze. Actually, Kled has ult, might look for the ult bot play. Looks like he is walking that way, so we'll see if this is effective. They'd like to have us pushing when this happens, so we'll see if it works out or not. Looks like they're calling it off due to the push.
Clyde going for that early Ravenicizer. It's going to be very powerful on the 1v1.
Yep, going for those early ganks. Might not be looking for Lux. If Crip Lord can land a charm, that's an instant go button for him. As it looks like Smoothie is just setting up a freeze, so if he doesn't get anything going, might just be losing out a lot in the farm game. No ganks coming through for the Kled, is walking back up to that top side now. Didn't miss out too much for his trouble. Oh, Zach is hovering that mid side. Hecarim in the bot jungle. A nice ult and picks up the kill. Really well played, Cryptlord. Good Ignite and ultimate to take down Reaper before Deity could come in for the gank. And now Pharaoh hovering in the enemy jungle. Not looking for the dive though, so it looks like he's rotating back towards the dragon. And a big wave here from Moopsick. Gonna wanna make sure he gets to pick this up. As he is getting burned down, is gonna get dismounted. Pretty unfortunate for him there. But with the big wave, he'll get pretty close to remounting fairly safely. As Pharaoh's starting up this dragon, Deity on the other side of the map, so should be drag number 1 over to Titan's Wrath.
This is the first strike they've gotten?
I think they got the first 2 in the first game.
Oh, did they? Oh,
And then they lost all the other ones. But good job from them getting the tempo play and picking up that objective. It's like Boomstick actually backed after that wave crashed, so now is back up to full health. But
full
is
strength.
feeling
Once
the
again.
pressure a little bit into this croc early. Another gank bot. Challenge Cat trying to run away. The Q does knock him back up. A flash in for the root, but gets knocked back away from tower. Now the ultimate from Zach knocking him up again as he does fall. Kill going over to Malco. Gold going onto the ADC. Feels good for Malco this game. Was unable to get any kills in game number 2. Now Boomstick and Smoothie just trading it up.
And Challenge Cat did use both sums there and still died, so
Yep.
really
Well
unfortunate.
ganked. Ton of CC from the Maokai and Zach. And a plate going down. Just putting a lot of money on Malco, making sure he's in this game and is able to fight. But the Rift is picked up by Golden Pharaoh, so if he's able to get off a gank, should be able to pick up a couple plates in response later on. More trading to go back and forth. Looks like Deed is ready to jump in as the dismount is about to come through. The shield does come out with the ultimate, and now Pharaoh is here, so looking for the 2v2. Gets the ult down and hits the
Sorry,
Renekton. The ult comes out as Pharaoh might just burn down. The flash in, autos for the kill, and now Boomstick has to flash away. I see he also gets ulted, and 2 kills for the Croc.
That is not good.
Well played Smoothie. Cripplor trying to come up top to pick up another one, and Challenge Cat actually getting caught under tower, but does walk away. As the Twisted Advance hits both of them, unfortunate, and the kill will go to Malco once again. And the root, this will be a kill for both the ADC and the support. Criplord able to pick up Smoothie in the top lane, but is picked up in response by Reaper.
Yeah, it looks like Titans Wrath got a little greedy there. We were pushing on top and bottom at the same time. It was a great job by Crippler to get that follow-up kill on Smoothie after the double kill. Was able to get the shutdown as well after the double kill, but a little overstayed there and ended up dying for it.
Right. But so far, seems to be, at least currently, the curse of the 5th pick, getting the Kled into the Renekton, not feeling the best right now.
Yeah. The curse of the 5th pick, indeed. Yeah, Renekton is the full gore drinker online too.
Yep, Renekton is in a very strong point. Well, KB getting jumped on once again, gets Twisted Advance, and Challenge Cat getting jumped on in the backline. The 2 tanks just punching him and slowly burning him down with CC. Another 2 kills in the bot lane, going the way of Goat Kings.
Yeah, this game is out of control. The Titans Wrath needs to start looking for these shutdowns. Try to play a little slower, play together.
Yeah, for sure. It does have the steel caps right now for Kled, so that will be nice for the trading, while Renekton does not have his. Malco getting jumped on by Pharaoh, gets ulted to be pushed back with the fear, and the shutdown will go to Golden Pharaoh. 600 gold with that kill.
Yeah, great job. Yeah. So smart.
And looks like Drag is spawning in 30, so we'll see if they try to go for it right away or not. Thank you, Lord Melikor, for the subscription. We will love you for 30 days at least. Appreciate the support. Hardway is the best server in Valhalla. The shout out to Hardway.
Yeah. We subbed the shout out Hardway, I love that.
Oh, another ult coming through as the TP was coming down, but the Ghost allows Challenge Cat to run north and survive the gank attempt.
Put his laced up his Nikes real quick and got out of there.
Right. Kled is roaming down to be ready for this fight. There's a TP on the Renekton, however. As a big chump comes down on Pharaoh, should give the dragon over, although the fight is coming through.
Kled's coming in hot.
Lands onto King Beard as they're trying to run in. They should be jumping on the carries here. As Zac jumps in, knocks up the fish, and now this TP comes through. Smoothie is here, burning down. Ari takes out Beard, but for the cost of KB Jelly and Boomstick on the Kled.
That's another spot where Titans are just very disjointed there. I think the Kled ult was pretty good there, but the follow-up was non-existent. So.
Yeah, the Kled ult seemed good, but like Pharaoh had no health, so it was hard for him to follow up. And then I think if they had just jumped on Lux once the Lux was in the bush, maybe they do a little more, but unfortunate fight for them.
It was more like I feel like Criplord should have been there to
Yeah.
pick up the backline, or at least they'll do a little more on the backline.
Shame, says Bentage. Imagine if they had Morgana for the Black Shield. Black Shield would be good against all this CC from the Maokai and the Zac. DD jumping in again in the mid lane looking for Criplord. Gets the slowdown on the smite, but is able to dodge all the other skill shots. now Renekton has the steel caps as well, so probably feeling good in these trades once again with the Kled. Nice root landing on the Ahri, gets the ult for a nice chunk of damage.
Yeah, big, huge chunk.
And Deity just walking up, forcing Pharaoh to give up the scuttle as the second rift is now spawning.
I'm sorry, Hailstorm, I'm a little sleepy.
You're good, you're good. Just gotta make it through this game.
Yeah, that's okay.
But here we got it pushed under tower, picking up the farm on Kled as Deity's looking for a potential lane gank. Should be a good setup as soon as Kled walks up with the dash stun.
Something tells me this Kled isn't gonna walk up.
He is playing very respectfully right now. Though they might go for the dive with how ahead they are.
It's kind of scary,
like
the
that
whole
one, too.
remount stuff. Deity thinking better of it. Oh, maybe not. We're getting baited
taking
in
it
once
here.
again. Okay, Kled
they-
playing up a little bit here.
They gotta go on it now.
Let's at least try.
Got the Q, dismounts him, flashes under tower. Double flash for the ultimate, and will burn him down before he can remount. Forcing out a lot of ults and summoners, but they get the kill down and are gonna get a lot of damage on that tower if they don't take it down. And now Deity's starting up this rift in number 2.
This game's already pretty wide open, and this rift is going to make things worse. You're gonna
Red team's turn.
losing the tier 1 would be really bad, but Pharaoh getting caught, and that is not what you like to see.
Yeah, thought he could walk into enemy jungle, got bound and could not move until he was dead. A flash
no.
binding coming through as the Malachi ultimate comes out for the catch. Does not land on anyone, however. As the
Okay,
wave
we'll
comes
just-
through for a disengage.
Everybody press R. Everybody throw it in.
And now the Ash ult
Okay,
comes through, but it is still a 3v2. And now the flash engage, twisted advance, as Smoothie is here trying to get in range for a stun. But will not pick one up. Now Kled's gonna look for some free time with this top tower.
Yes,
Now
everybody-
Zach trying to grab Crypt Lord, but he also flashes away. Is able to avoid the knockup.
Do we have any more ults?
We have the Lux ult. Toss him out the Lux ult.
Okay, yeah, throw it out. Yeah. Don't want to leave any of the ults off cooldown.
But get a little bit of damage down here on this mid tower as they're looking for the dragon, but Kled is pushing top wave hard.
Oh no.
Yeah, Pharaoh just needs to run, and I think they just give this drag and let Boomstick push as hard as he can. Now Zach looking for the dive again onto Pharaoh. Pharaoh ulting out, trying to run away, and will make it out. I don't think they want to fight here. Although Kled is backing, so maybe they're looking for the Kled engage for the dragon fight.
Also, I really would have liked to see this rift mid. I think taking the mid turret away from the side of Titan's Wrath would have been allowed them to move their vision line forward a lot more and make it harder for Titan's Wrath to play. But
Right. Kled in range for the ultimate now, looking like they're trying to set it up as Lux is not here yet. Here he is coming in. Who's it gonna land on? It's like nobody, but they do get the inside track to the dragon. As Zach jumps in towards Ahri, is getting burned down by the carries. Smoothie taking Hecarim down with Sivir, and now he's jumping in, getting the healing, is staying alive, but dies to the Ash, gets the shutdown. Beard also falling. Kled is still alive, and this front line just will not fall. And they also pick up a triple kill for Challenge Cat. I did not think they were going to win that fight that hard. Really well played by Titan's Wrath.
yeah.
And now if they're able to pick up this dragon, it'll be huge. They don't have the smite, but DD is very low. They get the bubble and the charm onto the Lux, get the shield out, and oh, the shotgun over the
no.
wall! But still have the smite chance for deity. who will pick up this third Drake. Will probably give his life for it. Jumps over, was not low enough for the smite, but he did jump over the wall, so he will not die. Tried for the drive-by, but was just too high on health.
Oh, yeah. Went, hit the knock a little too early.
Getting Titan's Wrath back into this game, still down by about 3k, but definitely showing they can put on a fight still. Here, Zach going for the kill, but the remount does not come through. The explosion takes him down. Zach damage is reasonable.
Yeah. He's the new Ornn. He's the mage assassin tank.
Right. But now we've got the resets coming through. We're next and looking for that push in the top lane as they have a very low mid tower. Go Kings are trying to push down. KB getting some vision around this Baron.
I think it really is the curse of the fifth pick. But we'll see if Boomstick can turn this one around.
Yeah, if Kled gets enough items, I think he can become scary. But it's definitely a very tough point right now. I think he needs
we're down
probably
bad.
like 3 items to be highly relevant.
Yeah.
And Renekton already on 2 items, so just kind of fighting uphill currently.
But this Renekton is a used Mazda. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that, but he's like
they've got 3 men looking for Boomstick up here in this top lane. He's trying to walk away to avoid the gank. Looks like he will get out safely.
Yeah, at the start of the game, Renekton's like a 2023 Mazda, and then he slowly loses years as the game goes on.
They're starting up this Baron, trying to bait in Titan's Wrath. I don't think they're looking to actually take it right now. Yep, looking for the jump engage, jumps past them, but they have the Renekton in the backline as well. The Luxel will miss, but the dismount on Kled flashes over the wall. Now jumped on along with KB, who is running for his life. But KB will survive, but now they can look for the actual Baron fight with the Kled dead.
Yeah, look at these turbo smurfing on this Zach though. And all over the map. Yeah.
It's a green jungle, you just gotta watch out for him.
He's not playing default Zach, so that's kind of clean. But
here, Titan's Wrath trying to get into range to look for a steal. They do have Pharaoh back on the map, but with no flash available.
And the Pharaoh is made of paper.
Now KB getting jumped at by DD says, I don't need to be here if I kill all of you. And it will fall, the fish dies as Cryptlord also falls to Smoothie. Kled is now up and ulting back in, but will not get here in time. But Zach once again jumps in, lands onto Pharaoh. He will fall to Malco. The Ashel coming through, takes
not
down
even gonna get
Maokai, but the bounces come through, takes down the Ashe, and Boomstick will fall before he can remount.
Zach's passive didn't even get popped there. That's so sad.
Yeah, it's a rough.
They go for back to the Baron once again.
Definitely gonna need an early LDR out of Challenge Cat if we want to have the damage to burn through this front line at any point in this game.
Yeah, it's tough.
Now he gets the Baron jumping on KB once again, using the pink board to knock up, and the Luxel comes through for the kill. Oh my goodness.
How many kills did we lose at that Baron fight? I think we gave like close to 10, something like that.
Around there. Yeah, it was a high number.
It was a lot of deaths in the Baron pit.
They only killed the Maokai for it. And now with the next Mountain Drake spawning in 30 seconds, looking like this will put Goat Kings onto 2 dragons. Unless they can get another miracle fight out of this.
We've seen them do it before. Let's see if they can do it again.
Indeed.
I think this is looking a lot more like game 1 with the Maokai and the Lux, just because they have disengage, and it's just going to get progressively harder for them to get on this back
Here
line.
comes Zach jumping all the way across the map.
Massive engage.
Gets a double kill immediately. Kled gets dismounted and will be burned down. 3 kills for nothing, and now the dragon. This game is fully in control of the Goat Kings as they're looking to pick up the dragon and then push and try to figure out how they want to close out this game.
Was that about a miracle fight again?
It didn't show up.
Yeah. There's no miracles today. No believers.
Turns out you don't get a miracle fight when a Zac jumps at you from across the screen.
Yeah.
Now looking for another jump in on the dive. I believe Ash had to flash away there. Now the dash in for the Sonic AB gets jumped on, gets ulted once again for Reaper sniping another kill. As they will take down this mid tower and look for the inhibitor. This is looking like betting on Champ Select. Yeah, it seems that way right now.
It do.
Yeah, like Titan's Wrath needs to scale up to have a chance, and they have no time to scale up because they're getting jumped on every 5 seconds by Zac.
Yeah. Says you banned my kindred. You don't want to find out what's behind door number 3. So
again, just having that Maokai as the big flex pick, very strong for their draft.
Yeah, it's really has made the draft not close in the 2 games it's been available.
Once again, hard pushing this mid wave, saying we think we just 5-man and look for the end. Zach not jumping, but Hecarim getting stunned, chunked to half. As the Lux ult will miss, but now Deity sees the 2 bot laners jumping on Challenge Cat as KB is getting ran down by Malco. Fish dies to the Lux, Zac picks up the Ashe, and Hecarim falls to the aftermath. Ahri trying to dash around under tower to survive, but Kled is also getting jumped on. Smoothie is very low, will fall to the Ahri, but now Boomstick remounts, gets the charm onto Reaper as they're looking for the fight. Now dismounted once again, will fall to Deity.
It's just,
and now it's Ahri against the world.
This is your god, Zac reporting for duty.
Zachary.
Deity being an actual deity in this game.
Yeah, they're looking to take down the tower, looking to back off since the enemies spawned. It's still very early in the game, so they spawn fairly quickly. A nice ult for good measure on the back end.
Is Vintage really just still saying Morgana would have saved this whole entire game?
You saw that earlier in the game, but yeah, basically. Listen,
Vintage, you are high as fuck. Go to bed.
Vintage, Morgana wins every game though, so.
Yeah. You are high as fuck. Go to bed.
Mark was gonna save the game in Champ Select. With everyone back up on the map, we got a minute till Baron, a minute and a half till Dragon. We'll see if the Goat Kings want to wait for either of those objectives or just looking to push mid once again.
Yeah, maybe if you could black shield all of your teammates at the same time.
If only they had Nubu CC. Yeah. Everyone just calling out whatever champion they play the most as this champion would win.
Yeah. They didn't get tackled on the play there, would have had a big gain.
Looks like Goat King's just setting up for this Baron. Should basically Poppy wins this for us.
Yeah, where's the Titan's Wrath of Believers actually? What are we saying? Any Titan's Wrath Believers in the chat?
Yeah. They just gotta win. Here, another jump in from Deity, catches the Ashe, will get zeroed out. And now now
no.
getting run down is the rest of Titan's Wrath. Boomstick in the middle of 4 members, make it 5 for good measure as he falls, and now it's a 5v2, a flash away from KB as he gets away from the knockback but gets hit by the slow. Now the super minions are walking it down as they'll be looking for the base towers and the Nexus to close out game number 3 and punch their ticket into the finals. A nice jump in, lands on the Ari, will get taken down by Goat King Beard. Nami on the backside trying to 1v1 the Lux who has to flash away, but in the meantime the Nexus will fall. Well played to the Goat Kings, and welcome to the finals.
It was an interesting game.
Yeah, just Goat Kings got a lead and just ran with it. Well played to them. I'll start up our poll real quick so we can see who the MVP will be voted. And the poll is up, so toss out your MVP votes for the series. GG, y'all did tell me game 2. Yeah, you did get a little bit bullied game 2, Malco. I felt bad for you.
Yeah. You were being griefed for sure, but
Game 1 duty was on Kindred. Game 1 was pretty close. It could have gone either way. But the power of
exactly.
friendship prevails. It was actually the curse of being red side. Having counterpick actually made your team mental boom in the series.
Yeah, I think Malcolm made like 2 actual mistakes and then got just like triple flashed on like 4 times or something in that game too. But I don't know.
They made him feel a lot like an AD carry.
Yeah.
Right now, Deity looking strong with 3 MVP votes. I'll throw one out to Malco because he did a good job dying game 2.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, somebody's got to lead in the death department. It might as well be you, you know?
Oh, Bulgaria, if you're still around, are you doing the stats for playoffs? Is there anywhere people can see that? In case they're interested. Feels ADC. Maybe. Great answer. Maybe.
Really, really high commitment from that answer. Bulgaria, what if the options to that answer were yes or no? What would your answer be then? Yeah.
You would still say maybe. Striking for admin rights. Yeah, that sounds like you. But with the MVP coming close to an end, Deity has 5 votes. Malco up to 3. I like to see it. I like to see it. And Beard with 1. So looking like it will be Deity. See if he's still around. I'll pull him up real quick. Move to casting. Hello, Deity.
Oh, I'm here now.
Congrats
Hello.
on being voted the MVP. You no longer get to talk to your team.
That's unfortunate. All right, what's up?
How was the series?
You've been kidnapped.
It was interesting. Game 2, we kind of lost it a little bit, but I think ultimately we were in the driver's seat most of the time, except for that second game.
A bit of a mental boom angle. What picked you guys up after the tough loss in game 2?
We came together, we rallied, we spoke chants of good fortunes and happy times, and through the power of friendship, we came back a swinging.
Mm-hmm.
So how OP are the green junglers actually?
I've never played Zac in this league until last week, and holy crap, dude, this champ is like not okay. This champ's not fair. You don't need to build one AP item and you're just one-shotting everyone. Like I did not build a single AP item that game, and I was just one-shotting everyone. And the range on in which like that whole game, I was basically just like charging my E, and then I was like, okay, they flash or they're dead. All right, they're dead. Oh, they flashed.
Right.
That was my comms. Like that entire end of the last game was either they're dead or they flashed.
For sure, for sure.
But yeah, green jungle OP. I've been preaching this since I just didn't
Yeah.
follow my own advice.
You didn't. You
You're
didn't.
learning. Your words were true.
I needed I had to bring out the green jungler when it mattered most. I can't just can't squander the power of the green jungler. I have to have to wait till the right moments to bring it
That's
to
pretty
light.
smart.
True.
Pretty
Freaking
smart.
Smarge.
Now,
How
now
did
they're
you
just
guys
gonna
enjoy
ban.
watching the games?
They were fun ones. Like game one, I felt could have gone either way. You guys did a good job pulling it back and winning. Game two, they looked really good, but still, I think there was a fight. And then game three, you guys kind of got that lead. Just had the Zac 2 OP and closed it out
Yeah, Zach's OP. Zach's too
very
OP.
well.
I think blue side Maokai also was pretty OP in the series.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Maokai
we
flex was
we
big for
really
you
liked it.
guys.
We really liked the Maokai flex pick because I was open to taking it jungle whenever. It's just like in in the first game they had like basically three tank. I don't remember what was their last pick, but I think it was Jarvan was their last pick. But they had Nautilus Ornn, so they had some beefy front line. So I was just like, I'll just play Kindred here because we just need
No,
something else to shred. And
the
then
last pick was Yeon. The fifth picks in the series were not great. But
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like because the first game they picked red side and then they like last picked Pharaoh and I was just like okay, and then the game they picked blue side because we did the first because they wanted Anivia. They were scared of us first picking Anivia that whole game, which we were never gonna do. Just in case they were wondering, we were never gonna first pick Anivia, but they were scared that we would have.
Nivea actually the trash champion, turns out.
actually true.
I mean, it was good when they played it, but I just think Anivia is very like Anivia is a situational champion. Like I don't feel like it's
Yeah.
really good blinded because it's just
Yeah.
like you pick
I don't-
range into it and it feels terrible.
Yeah, I don't think you want to play Anivia and Dari anyway, or like the same thing. Like if you guys had Anivia instead of
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
Yon was the last pick. My bad. Yeah, I forgot. Yon was the last pick. Yeah. So they had Ornn, Jarvan, and Nautilus going in. So that's why I picked Kindred. Yeah.
Well, congrats to you and the team for making it to the finals. We'll catch you all next week. Hopefully, whoever you end up playing, you guys can agree to play earlier or on Saturday, so it doesn't go too late if it goes to 5 games.
I mean, the only thing about Saturday is I don't know if Beard works, because if Beard works, I don't think Saturday's doable, but I would be perfectly fine doing
Labor
early
Day.
Sunday if
Oh, is it
people are
Labor Day?
around.
Are we gonna have a long weekend? Is it gonna work out perfectly?
We're trying to run on Labor Day. Yeah, I have no idea. We'll have to talk about it, but like
You
we'll have
guys
to see what
figure out a
schedules are.
day, but just
Yeah.
try not to keep people up till 2 a.m. if possible, both teams.
Yeah, that would
But,
be nice.
congrats on the MVP vote, and we will see you next week for the finals.
Shout out to
Bye.
Smoothie and Reaper. They're MVPs in my heart, even though they didn't get any votes. All right, bye bye.
Bye bye. Any closing thoughts, Monteblanc?
Not really.
Sounds good.
I think
Well,
we pretty much covered it all.
thank you everyone for watching. We appreciate you being here. And we will catch you next week for the finals and sometime this week to watch the other semifinals game to see all the action that happened in that series. But everyone, have a good night.